of sustained power disruptions known as Dumelo.
We all experienced a period of Dumelo, and we know what we went through in terms of even the time when the lights goes off. There were shadows and all those things. What we see now, I cannot deny the fact that there has been some packet of the lights going off in some areas, but that has not been something that you can describe as Dumelo. However, I want to alert you that also I would want to add that I listened to my minister on TV, and West African Pipelines gave assurance that by the 6th of March they will be done with their maintenance work, and I believe that once that is done, we will get enough gas to power the thermal plant, and this sense you will not see it again. At least with my minister in place and myself, we work and make sure that this narrative of Dumelo will never come up again.
Deputy Energy and Green Transition Minister Designate Richard Jan Mensah answering questions before Parliament's Appointments Committee. While the government is insisting that measures have been instituted to prevent any food crisis in the country, the World Bank in a new report warned that Ghana could be hit with food security issues later this year. John Dumelo is Deputy Minister Designate for the Ministry of Agric, and he has been speaking before Parliament's Appointments Committee.
Recently, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture launched the Irrigation for Wealth Creation, and that is to irrigate over 10,000 hectares of land. Now, what that means is that once we're able to irrigate with over 10,000 hectares of land, there's going to be more food. There's going to be food all year round. And so, yes, even though the World Bank has said that there might be some food shortage, we hope and pray that in the next coming years also we'll increase the acreage from 10,000 to possibly to 25 or 30,000 to be able to farm all year round to avert such a problem.
John Dumelo, Deputy Minister of Agric Designate. Now, so the Supreme Court has adjourned indefinitely a case filed by a private legal practitioner, Jonathan Amable, seeking to stop government from issuing treasury bills because of government's inability to secure prior Parliament approval for the auctions. James Ishan has more.
The application highlights concerns that government's current approach to borrowing through the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Ghana does not comply with the Financial Administration Act or the Bank of Ghana Amendment Act. The Attorney General's Department at a hearing today requested more time to file a response to the case. Here is legal practitioner Jonathan Amable.
I had an inclination that this would happen because today was the date for the injunction, the hearing of the injunction application, and as at this morning when we were arriving in court, the Attorney General had still not filed an affidavit or any processes in response to the injunction application. You know, it is bothersome. If you realize, State Attorney on the matter said that this is a sensitive matter, and so because it's a sensitive matter, they would like to file a response before the court hears the matter.
If successful, the case could have a significant implications for the government borrowing plans. The plaintiff argues that government must secure prior approval from Parliament before proceeding with the issuance of the short-term instrument.
You're listening to the Joy Business Report, and well, today on the Joy Business Van, we spotlight Aki Design Concepts, an innovative architecture firm that's giving young, newly minted architects a chance to revolutionize Ghana's housing market by blending traditional and modern designs. The firm is cutting costs and promoting environmental sustainability through its tiny homes project. Aki Design Concepts is also working to tackle Ghana's growing housing deficit. Here's more on how they're shaping the future of housing in Ghana. Houses cost so much to build in Ghana, and the type of materials used contributes to the cost. It becomes very discouraging for prospective homeowners. To help address the housing deficit, Aki Design's Concept has started a new project it calls Tiny Homes.
The Tiny Home project is a project we really love. It's an idea or a concept we came about when we noticed housing in Ghana is a problem. So we decided to come up with this concept. We actually built this and fully furnished it in 21 days. So we came about with this concept where we'll be able to help young ones, singles, families acquire a comfortable space.
Many young Ghanaians do not have enough funds to buy homes outright. Majority of them usually rent accommodation. The Tiny Homes project, Samuel says, would help young people, especially acquire comfortable space at a cheaper cost. Full story at 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. on Business Live on the Joy News channel. Let's check the markets as we check out. begin with the commodity market. Crude oil reduced marginally to $73 a barrel. Gold went up by more than $2 to open trading at $2,917 an ounce. Cocoa selling at $8,805 a ton after increasing by more than $300. On the currency market, the dollar going for is that 16 cities I'm seeing? Well, 16 cities. That's what the forex bureaus are offering their clients. The British pound going for 19 cities, 80 pesos. The euro going for 16 cities, 50 pesos. The commercial banks, however, quoting the dollar at 15 cities, 50 pesos. There is more news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. My name is Daryl Kwao. Handing you back to the man who knows what a mattock is. Yeah.
Actually, I'm not sure I could tell you what a mattock is.
Why? I know I read it somewhere in primary school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mattock.
Hey, Razi. Charlie. Yeah, bro.
Anyway.
All right. Okay. So I have something by Chandler Moore and Cody Carnes. I
Okay.
think. Yeah. And the song is called Firm Foundation, Charlie.
Oh, is it Crisis My Firm Foundation?
I hope so.
No, can't wait, Justin. Okay, I love the song.
You like it, eh?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show. Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the
a mattock is?
What is that?
Akwafu and I have been trying to figure it out.
It's an instrument for farming.
Yes, that in a world where people are flying to the moon, we in Ghana we still use implements like mattock to farm.
Is it for commercial farming or what do you call that?
Hobby farming.
The small scale farming or the
Subsistence farming.
Yeah,
Yes.
or the backyard farming.
So a big thank you to Kwame Jantua for sending through a definition of a mattock. A mattock is a type of hand tool used for digging, breaking up soil, and chopping roots. It's versatile and it combines the functions of an axe and how do you pronounce this one? ADZE. ADZE. Ads or adze. How do you pronounce that? Anyway, and a pickaxe. Ads. So a mattock is a combination of an axe, an adze, and a pickaxe.
When you said pickaxe, what came to my mind? When we were growing up, there were pinkas. Pinkas.
Is that what you people used to call it?
Pinkas.
This was an Mpoho problem.
No, I didn't grow up in Mpoho. I didn't grow up in Mpoho.
We did not encounter this. This was before our time, George.
No, during our time. Anyway, good morning, George.
Good morning.
At least we can get into a drive safe campaign. The Dadabi, he doesn't appreciate this.
Yeah,
it's normal.
I'm Bogota to Gota.
No, Kojo. He didn't play football growing up.
Are you enjoying yourself? You said you had never heard Pinkas. Now you are turning against me.
George didn't say that. You said yes. Kojo, did you play Gota to Gota?
Game Boy,
we played
Atari,
Sega. We played Pilolo, we played Chaskele.
You played Chaskele at UCC?
No.
Yes, of course.
No, but Game Boy, Atari, Sega. No, Street Fighter.
Yes, go ahead. We are listening.
People are recreating my history as usual. I'm just paying attention.
He was in the room, after school.
I met somebody the last time, I think on Saturday, during the funeral of Alex Nate at Medina. So my friend Obed and Eben Tete had lost their brother, and I was at the funeral. And I said, why are you guys the worry Koji Yankson like that? Why the worry I'm like that with dancing and all of that? I'm like, you don't know that, man. Anyway, let's get into our Drive Safe campaign. It's brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. My tip today is wear your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt and make sure the person seated with you also has his or her seatbelt on. It's very, very important.
Have you ever been in a car and the driver just will not put on a seatbelt, and so the car is beeping, beep, beep, for ages, and this guy is like he doesn't hear it anymore. That thing drives me mad. I can't be in a car with that beeping going on. But he would rather listen to that infuriating beep than put on the belt that will save his life. I mean, do you even feel it? When the seatbelt is on, do you feel it? Do you feel it like something restraining you? You don't.
No.
So what is the resistance to it?
Kojo, my friend Selassie Akabutu, aka Shiloza, says Kojo Dadabi, Kojo DB.
Yes.
You don't know Pinkas.
Yes.
Good morning.
Yes, he was playing.
That's how the boys used to call
Sonic the Hedgehog on Sega and all the rest.
You people, what?
Professor San.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Playing all those things.
Anyway, for those of us who we are Ejekuba, let's learn how to say it right.
I grew up in the 80s in Ghana. Compared to, look, it was hardcore for everyone. There was no Sega.
But you came back after the famine.
I said I grew up in the 80s.
No, but I said you came back after the famine.
I grew up in the 80s.
But you're not disputing.
There was no Sega.
Sega was for toddlers.
There was no Sega. There was no Sonic Hedgehog.
Growing up, getting back to
anyway,
there was Chaskele. And
all the
Pilolo.
rest in the
Anyway,
88 years.
let's learn how to say
And
it.
Mazamo.
We will
And
come back.
Steam.
We will come back to that. Continue.
Get
Say it
into
right.
Ghana month, so we'll bring back all those.
Anyway, let's learn how to say it right. It's brought to you by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. Also, it's brought to you by Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done. You say either. I say either.
Here's another commonly mispronounced English word. Awry. I often hear people say Ori when they mean to say awry. Awry. A-W-R-Y. Awry. Deviating from a course or plan. It's an adverb that traces its origins back to the late 14th century. There are two words here. A, which means on, as in atop, above, etc., and wry, which means twisted, crooked, or on one side. Wry, in turn, comes from the Old English word Rhygian, which means to turn, bend, or move. By the way, Rhygian is also the source of the word wriggle. Aha. Now, that's your little etymology lesson for the day. Have a wonderful Wednesday, and may none of your plans go awry.
This was one that Professor Youngson, Kofi Du Youngson.
Yes, the other Professor Youngson
Yes,
on UCC campus. Yeah.
So when you say Professor Youngson, you have to qualify it. It's either Kobna Youngson or Kofi Du Youngson.
Oh, okay.
So Kofi Du Youngson was the professor of English language, and when he was teaching us error analysis, error and contrastive analysis, he would write it on the board. Pronounce it. Trust we all got it wrong because you go with Ori. Anyway, all right, yeah, that's the right way, and that only shows you how the English phonetic system can be. Let's get into the newspaper review.
It's brought to you by Syntex Tanker, you're stronger, you're tough, and Access Bank, more than banking.
So the daily graphic for this morning comes with a photograph of Dr. Johnson Pandit Esiama. Pandit is a Hindu scholar and philosopher.
Okay. So he's also a Hindu scholar.
He's your friend.
Oh.
You would know better. But says, restore monetary stability. President tax BOG Governor and First Deputy. So President John Mahama has tasked the Bank of Ghana to restore stability in the country's monetary system as he swore the new governor of the bank, I beg your pardon, Dr. Johnson Pandit Kwesi Esiama, and the First Deputy Governor of the bank, Dr. Zakari Mumuni, into office with Dr. Esiama leading the bank. I'm confident that we will rebuild trust in the institution. We will restore stability and put our economy back on the path of sustained growth. That's according to President John Dramani Mahama. And Dr. Esiama has been talking about priority areas, and we've been sharing that. So let's just run through the 6 priority areas, of Dr. Esiama. And these areas are recalibrate monetary policy strategy and policy framework, preserve exchange rate stability and limit excessive volatility, realign regulatory mandate to promote greater level of financial intermediation, boost financial inclusion and innovation to promote economic growth and promote greater fiscal and monetary coordination, and reverse Bank of Ghana's negative equity position.
Yeah, those are some very taxing targets that he's set for himself. But every person I have spoken to, I haven't met him yet, but every person I've spoken to about him has indicated that he's a person of great ability. And if anyone can do these things, then it's Dr. Esiama. The fact is that there's a lot of expectation on him. A lot will ride on his ability to do the job well and independently, because it was a lack of independence that led the Bank of Ghana to its current position. And we certainly don't want a repeat
and
of
that's
that.
why, for President John Mahama's comment, I really want to hold it because often the challenge has been allowing the Bank of Ghana to exercise their full mandate without any external, the independence that we've all been pushing. If you come to appreciate the structures of the Bank of Ghana and their workings, very great guys, the kind of work they're doing, and even certain things that they push for when it comes to the fiscal space. So if you are going to allow these men, the very fine people doing great work, to work and heed to their advice, I think that a lot of the challenges that we've gone through in the economic space will be solved in terms of the full independence for them to do their work.
The thing about what happened in 2022 thereabout, the laws actually show that where you have to go beyond the threshold, you should inform Parliament. Now, the then governor, Dr. Addison, says he had informed the finance ministry, and it was his belief that the finance minister should have informed Parliament. So he had done his part. But it must also be stated that at that time, but for the Bank of Ghana stepping in, would have been in a worse situation. So the Bank of Ghana only stepped in to remedy a deteriorating situation. Yes, they didn't go by the legally laid down route because they didn't inform Parliament, but it was a needed intervention at that point in time. Also, it must be said that subsequently, we then found ourselves in a domestic debt exchange program. And one of the most hit was the Bank of Ghana, because the government needed to actually restructure a certain amount. They didn't get it. They had to go to the Bank of Ghana and make sure that they restructure that amount also, that loan that they are taking from the Bank of Ghana. But also on the front page, President Mahama delivers maiden State of the Nation address tomorrow. And so that's on the 27th of February. He will deliver his first State of the Nation address as President of the Republic of Ghana again. He's delivered that before, but as President again, he will deliver his State of the Nation address. Minister urges foreign missions to improve conditions at visa centers. And this is one that I'm sure many of you will be interested in. So let me bring you some details of that particular story. And so the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, has directed all embassies and high commissions in the country to put in place appropriate and humane conditions at their visa centers to create a more convenient environment for applicants. Now, the directive follows the numerous complaints by the public about how Ghanaian citizens are usually treated when they visit foreign missions in Ghana for visa applications. And this one says he was speaking to the Daily Graphic. We've seen the statement also that he's issued. Yes,
and yesterday on the Joy News Prime, is it? The immediate Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs was on. He was making an argument about whether there should be the approach, even though it's a good one, about personally engaging these ambassadors and high commissioners in the country to kind of push, you understand me, in terms of trying to improve these conditions. His argument was that there's the public notice, the effect of that. But he also made a very interesting revelation, because he has also been a former high commissioner to South Africa before, that the money that these embassies make from just the visa fees, that should be enough to even provide a very good environment for prospective visa applicants just to enjoy whilst trying to get their visas. And I understand that even in some countries, when you refuse a visa, even in the African countries, they refund your money to you, because what you have paid for is for access to the visa. And it's interesting, sometimes you see some of them even queuing in the sun.
But you see, okay, could you want to say something?
No, I'm listening to you guys.
You see some of them queuing in the sun.
Yeah.
But why are they queuing in the sun?
Because
they're queuing in the sun also because sometimes there are a lot of people wanting to leave this country. You see?
To go to
in
conference.
search of greener pastures.
Not everybody who applies for
no,
visa.
I haven't said that. I haven't said that. But I've also said that. You see, sometimes. That's why I use this word sometimes.
Okay.
I mean, we all travel outside the country. There are instances
went to school and came back.
Yes, we went to school and came back. Yes, but see, there are instances where So if you go to VFS, for instance, the Visa Application Center, for a lot of these embassies and high commission, that one you would have booked, so you just get there. So you know that this is the time I'm supposed to be there. So when you get there, you know the time you're supposed to be there, and you go through a very humane environment. But there are others also that people would show up very early. I think also that we need to find out, for instance, why a lot of our people, and look, in May, the Ishmael Yamson and Associates and Joy Business, Joy News, we're having a conversation on how we can mitigate the youth exodus, for instance, leveraging on public-private partnership, because a lot of people want to leave this country today, right? So I would also, while it's important that they are treated well, I also would ask, why are a lot of our people leaving the country?
Look, I personally think it's a good thing that the foreign minister has made this admonition, because sometimes we seem to forget the dynamic. These people have missions in our country as a result of the bilateral relationship we have with them. It's not a master-servant relationship. It's bilateral, right? So you are the United States of America, but we have permitted you to have a mission in our country. We've done that because we have interests. We have mutual interests. There are things, there are things on our agenda that we need your help with. There are things on your agenda that you need our help with. It's supposed to be a mutual relationship, not a master-servant relationship. Now, go to the American embassy in Germany or Kuwait or any of the countries or any other country outside Africa, and you will realize that the problems that we have in the embassy in Ghana don't exist there. People are applying from there to also go to the US, but they don't have those problems. Where in Ghana, if you're applying for a visa, sometimes it's going to take you 3-4 months to even get an appointment. Then you go and queue in the sun. Look, they just don't care. They don't care enough to invest in solving that problem. Otherwise, they would have solved it. It's a logistics problem. You have lots of people applying for something. You just have to figure out a way of making sure that your system doesn't get backlogged. Do you think that in the US, if lots of people were applying for something, they wouldn't figure out how to do it so that you don't wait 3 months for it? They would have figured it out. But they don't care enough. This is my personal view of this. So I'm glad a government official in Ghana is telling them that, look, these are Ghanaian citizens. They are coming to you to apply for a service. You don't have to make them go through inhuman conditions just to acquire the thing that they are applying for. You wouldn't do that in other countries. It's as simple as that.
Let's do the Ghanaian Times. Strengthening educational system, bring back experimental schools. Dr. Amatia advocates, and also Lands Minister sets new standards for mining cores, and also don't mistreat visa applicants. That says the ministry, the Foreign Affairs Ministry. GIS, the national security must collaborate to strengthen border security and also uphold a responsible fiscal management. The president to the governor of the Bank of Ghana.
Bring back what? Experimental schools?
Yes.
To do what?
So part of educational, maybe proposal educational.
To do experiments.
So this whole experimental school, I think it's interesting. See, this whole experimental school, we had done the much talked about Jobo Committee of 1972 to 1974. And it was a Jobo Committee that actually proposed junior secondary schools and senior secondary schools. Now, we did not implement Jobo Committee's report fully. So what we did was actually to start experimental schools, to experiment that model that he was talking about. So, and we had talked about TVET at the time, technical and vocational education. So many of these experimental schools were also to pilot some of these things. Now, that led to the establishment of experimental JSS and all of those things. But by 1987, when under the IMF's direction and the World Bank, we decided to implement the 1987 educational reforms, which led to GSS and SSS.
Yeah.
These experimental schools, there wasn't much about them again. Today, it is true that we have deviated from the whole concept of TVET at the basic school. Because even with the TVET at the basic school, the original plan, for those of us who went to JSS, was to predispose you to technical and vocational education. So, George, remember there was technical skills and technical drawing. Then we had vocational skills where you had to choose what you wanted to specialize in. I remember we did basketry in our in our school, but I didn't understand this whole technical skills and technical drawing until I was studying for a master's degree at Cardiff University. Then I decided to find out why Ghana had done a lot of educational reforms. It was only at that time that I understood why I was studying technical drawing and technical skills. I mean, when I was in JSS. And that in itself is a problem with the educational system, because people are studying things they don't even understand. Anyway.
To the new finder, Consolidated Bank Ghana Commission's new lab and theatre at Latte. Trade, Agribusiness and Industry Minister visits Akosombo Textiles, and Ghana's informal sector holds 80% of jobs in the country, according to a report by the Ghana Statistical Service.
Yes, I mean, yesterday I was talking about it, that, 80% of our jobs are in the informal sector. And, we do that thing and say also 80%.
Taxing them?
We need to
an
tax
opportunity to tax them.
No, but we need to formalize them.
The argument is about the expenditure in going after these people in that space. How much it also cost you, because you're struggling to even identify them.
We need to.
But that is a one-off cost.
Okay.
Once you incur that cost and figure out the problem, from that point onwards, you now have 80% more people to tax every single month, every single year, for the rest of eternity. So however much you spend solving that problem, it's worth it.
Anyway, let's get to the online news review.
It's brought to you by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goil Good Energy, Goil Yanara India.
And are you looking for a bank card that suits your needs? Zenith Bank offers a diverse range of cards designed just for you, whether you're looking for a credit card to help you meet pressing financial needs, a debit card to have direct access to your funds at all times, or a prepaid card to help manage your spending. We have the perfect solution no matter your needs. There's a Zenith card for everyone. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide today and choose the card that works best for you. Zenith Bank, the bank for all, here for you. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Okay, so there's a story about the 2025 budget. Guta
calls for tax
cuts,
currency stability, and cost reductions.
Indeed, you can read more about that on myjoyonline.com. On citynewsroom.com this morning, Ghana's households spending to hit about 129.7 billion Ghana cedis in 2025, and that's according to Fitch's analysis. Hey, where are we getting that money from? Okay, what's CNN saying this morning?
It says body plays next to passenger on Qatar Airways.
What?
I was really shocked, and so that's anyway.
My goodness.
Anyway, let's go for the BBC News.
It's brought to you by Fidelity Bank, believe with us, and Old Mutual. 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
Prices. We hear inspired sloganeering and talk about the audacious images that have helped companies, even cities, to turn perceptions and reputations around.
Now it's back to Newsday. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello and welcome to Newsday on the BBC World Service with James Copnell and Victoria Owonhunda.
Ukraine agrees to terms of a major minerals deal with the United States. President Trump said he was expecting President Zelensky to come to Washington to sign the deal this week.
We want to be secured. We want to get that money back. We're helping a country through a very, very big problem, a problem like very few people have had. So we have to straighten it out.
And we bring you a powerful report from the Democratic Republic of Congo with accounts of survivors of a fire in a prison in Goma and of women sexually abused.
When I sleep at night, I see scenes of everything I've seen here coming back to me. As many dead bodies as I saw here until I got out.
We'll get you the latest on the Israel-Hamas peace deal too, sports and business as well. That's after the latest world news.
Hello, I'm Moira Alderson with the BBC News. Ukraine has agreed the terms of a deal to allow the United States to jointly exploit its mineral resources, a key demand of Donald Trump, who wants Kyiv to repay US military aid. James Waterhouse in Kyiv has the details.
According to a source in Ukraine's presidential office, what has been agreed at this stage are the terms of an agreement with the US, which includes the country's critical minerals and other resources. The provisions of the deal are much better for Ukraine now, they added. Reports suggest it would see the creation of a jointly owned fund, which would be used to rebuild Ukraine's infrastructure and economy. That fund would receive a proportion of Ukraine's profits from its natural resources. On the surface, it appears that a $500 billion price tag Donald Trump once demanded has been dropped, but the deal does not appear to include what President Zelensky has long called for: security guarantees which would stop Russia from invading again. Nevertheless, it seems a trip to Washington is being planned for later this week.
Negotiators in Cairo mediating the ceasefire talks on Gaza say an agreement has been reached for the release of all the Palestinian prisoners Israel refused to free last weekend. They say this will come in exchange for the bodies of 4 Israeli hostages held by Hamas. Reports say the handover will take place on Wednesday or Thursday. Israel says it was targeting weapons stores when it bombed several sites in southern Syria on Tuesday night. A war monitor said at least 2 people were killed. Israel's been calling for southern Syria to be demilitarised, wary about the country's new Islamist rulers. The attacks came after a Syrian conference on reconstruction, which demanded that Israel withdraw. The vice president of the Syrian National Coalition, Dima Musa, accused Israel of trying to destabilise Syria.
All of this is unprovoked. It's inexplicable. There's absolutely no reason, in this sensitive timing when we need to restore the unity of Syria, Israel is taking these steps. Before, it used to use the pretext of the presence of Iran and Iranian militias and Hezbollah militias, all of which are not present anymore. It just wants to ensure that the entire area continues to be unstable.
The energy giant BP is to slash its renewable energy investments to instead focus on increasing oil and gas production. More details from Simon Jack.
5 years ago, BP set very ambitious targets to cut oil and gas and invest in renewables. It lowered its aims in 2023 and now is expected to abandon its oil and gas reduction target and confirm it's cutting investments in renewable energy by more than half. The company's boss is under pressure from some shareholders to boost profits, as BP has delivered half the returns seen by the owners of Shell, which has drastically cut its own green investments.
BBC News. More than 4 million households have had their power restored in Chile after a huge blackout left parts of the country without service. A further 4 million are still impacted by the outage, which caused widespread disruption and plunged cities into darkness. Luis Fajardo is following developments from Miami.
The government said that it had not been a sabotage, it had not been a malicious act. However, President Gabriel Boric went on national TV to blame a private operator of the electricity interconnection system. And he said that the situation was outrageous. He described the situation as outrageous because of the disruption. There was some kind of technical issue in one of the interconnection lines that took energy from one part of the country to another. And this caused a cascade effect that left a big part of this South American country without electricity for several hours.
The Republican-controlled US House of Representatives has narrowly passed a multi-trillion-dollar government spending bill. The move is a major boost for President Trump to help deliver his priorities this year. The budget includes the extension of tax cuts, as well as more than $100 billion in spending on immigration enforcement and the military. Taiwan's defence ministry says China has set up a drill zone about 74 kilometres from its southwest coast without prior notification. Taipei said the training was a blatant provocation that threatened regional peace and stability. It said it had deployed its own forces to monitor the situation. China sees Taiwan as its own territory, although Beijing's sovereignty claims are rejected by Taipei. The fertility rate in South Korea has risen for the first time in 9 years, adding to hopes that a demographic crisis might be easing. The country has among the world's lowest fertility rates, which measures the average number of children a woman is expected to have. There have been incentives for young people to have children. BBC News.
Thank you so much.
Go Ghana! Dunwell Insurance is rewarding you from now until March. Switch to Dunwell for exceptional service and prompt claims payment, and win rewards like fuel coupons, microfiber dusters, and more. Loyal customers, we've got you too. Renew your policy and enjoy these exciting rewards, because staying with Dunwell pays. Let's keep you protected, rewarded, and smiling. Visit any Dunwell office, talk to your agent or broker, or call 0242 439 488 or 0302 763 065 for your policy. So switch to Dunwell Insurance now. Terms and conditions apply.
Dunwell Insurance. If it must be done, it must be done well.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Omni Basic Bank is for all. We've got what you need for your business and family. Whatever you need, you can count and call on. Omni Basic Bank. Omni Basic Bank is for all. We are not just another bank. Whatever you need, you can count and call on us. Omni Basic Bank. Not just another bank.
You are starting life, you want financial freedom. You know where to go for your child's education, financial freedom. We got solutions just for you. For your retirement plan, employee wellness and benefits. Old Mutual, your preferred insurer. Old Mutual is the best.
What are you waiting for? Come and join us. Call us on 030-7600. Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Do great things every day. Do great things every day.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Hello, Auntie. Sam Milo Paki. Eyasrongo. Mihu support energy release. Bamoso.
Annual support energy release stresse. What the Milo ka wo mano peduano ho a. Wo mo ahoden a eboa bom ho modern soronko school.
Penua mame.
Won kunim defo ya aduano ni ahoden. Familo ahoden ka wo aduane ho. Afei, Milo vitamin D a eboa energy release. Kibo won debia da ejumaye. Milo ahoden ho de bekokan. FDA aji ejwedie kratoi atumu.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Adwa, Grandma looked very peaceful. I was completely amazed when I saw her neatly presented. She looked just like she was sleeping.
You haven't seen anything yet, my brother. You should have seen the care and quality treatment they gave her at transitions. One man, one room, just like a 5-star hotel.
Wow.
And not only that, we had a dedicated person to guide the family through the funeral planning process.
Are you sure?
Of course. From picking her up to when we lowered Grandma down, everything was completely stress-free. They had all the needed funeral services, caskets, hearse, chapel, and so much more.
This one, dear, no family fights after all.
I'm so happy we made the right decision to use Transitions.
With Transitions, your loved one gets the best of care while the family enjoys a stress-free funeral planning process. Call us now on 0302 634 706. And no, did I tell you they are affordable? Transitions, the funeral people.
I found the partner I can trust. Solid protection that will last. Purple and gold you can hold and lean on. Can't nobody give solid protection like we do it now. Imperial General Assurance, we won't let you down. We won't let you. Can't nobody give solid protection like we do it now. Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302 680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
In the morning time, yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show, yeah. Wake up to joy.
You're Kwapro, diaspora.
That's right. There was a little kid from there whose dog was lost and was standing by the roadside crying, calling the dog's name. Watabamba me.
Kojo Jackson.
Watabamba me.
That's the name of the dog.
Watabamba.
Oh, Charlie, but that's a nice one. I think was it last week or so that Roberto dropped this? Was Jojo that played this one?
Mm-hmm.
So I told Raymond about some of the songs of Chakademas and Pliers.
Mm-hmm.
We dropped a few of them that got a lot of people excited.
Yeah, that was a great duo from Jamaica. Wonderful music.
Yeah. We used to sit down in those days and we'll record their songs from
radio, right?
From video to cassette to radio, to as in tape, and then you would then be writing the songs. So what you do is that you play, stop, rewind, play, stop, rewind until you write the whole song.
Yes, and of course, because it's in patois and you are going to miss a few words here,
you
replace them with your own.
What you thought you heard. I'm sure there are many people who learn songs those in that way, and because you don't hear some of the words well, you actually would use your own words. And at a time where our vocabulary was also limited, so you're pretending to know everything. But I mean, that was a great. I like their song "She Don't Let Nobody."
Oh yeah, that's a popular one. My favorite was "Girl Wine, Wine, Wine." Put your bubble in a line.
Kojo.
Yes, Auntie.
But Apache Indian.
Oh yes! Oh goodness! Wow, you're remembering some names now.
Yeah, Apache Indian. Well, those were your days, right? You and Swaddle.
With me and who?
Sicho. So Swaddle. Oh, okay. Oh no, you can drop Apache Indian. Apache Indian. Boom shakalaka.
We'll see. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, why? Is it because you used it to dance?
No, because I want us to talk about John
Dumelo's. If you use the song to dance, it doesn't mean that you cannot share it with the rest of the world.
I didn't dance to Apache Indian. Anyway,
so you danced to who?
John Dumelo, yes, and he's been vetted by the Parliament, the Appointments Committee, and he had quite a lot to say. This one in particular has captured the attention of many because it paints a picture of government's biggest plans for the increase in food production, and of course, you guessed it, irrigation.
Recently, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture launched the Irrigation for Wealth Creation, and that is to irrigate over 10,000 hectares of land. Now, what that means is that once we're able to irrigate with over 10,000 hectares of land, there's going to be more food. There's going to be food all year round. And so, yes, even though the World Bank has said that there might be some food shortages in the next coming years, we hope and pray that in the next coming years also we'll increase the acreage from 10,000 to possibly to 25 or 30,000 to be able to farm all year round to avert such a problem.
Yeah, irrigation.
Well, what haven't we said about irrigation? What haven't we said? What haven't we said about the Accra Plains? But you see, when we went to Kusunya as part of the Economic Enclave Project, we saw irrigation. You and I were there.
Yep.
Now, what that tells me is that irrigation is possible and can easily be done. Unfortunately, what we have done over the years is just play lip service. So here we are, and my problem is that irrigation for wealth program. My problem here in this country is that we create programs, create slogans, and just do nothing. We talked about the fact that the state, because a lot of people may not be able to irrigate their lands, if the state decided to irrigate these lands and lease them to individuals, these individual farmers could become more productive, farm all year round, and then feed the nation. But I also say that, look, later on the show, our friend Kojo Akotobuate, who's a farmer, would share his own thoughts on some of these things, because he has also tried other forms of irrigating his farm. There are other, there's drip irrigation, there are other forms of irrigating your farm. And it tells you that it is doable. But how do you go about it? You go about it simply this way. Not doing a planting for food and jobs where you say, I have actually giving seedlings to over 300,000 farmers or so. Because that in itself won't get you anywhere. What you do is actually to identify large-scale farmers and help them. If you cannot irrigate the land and lease it out to these people, what you do is that you give them funds. You actually can lease, and that's why I say MASLOC. MASLOC. NEIP. Scrap them. The funds you release to MASLOC and NEIP, give them to a bank or give them to a consortium of banks. They will do a better job assessing business plans, proposals from individuals, give them money, monitor them, and ensure that by the time, by say a year or two, they're able to generate a lot and begin the repayment of those funds. Today, MASLOC and NAPE have become, how do I put it?
Vote buying factories.
Vote buying factories. I agree with you. So let us understand these. If people can irrigate deserts, what prevents us in Ghana from doing so? It is just a lack of commitment.
Well,
we pay lip service to everything and do nothing in this country.
Well, there is one other problem though. Even with the best intentions, with what Galamsey is doing to our water bodies, which water are we going to irrigate with?
Good question.
Every river is polluted except one. Every water body is polluted except one in Ghana. So, what water are we going to use for the irrigation? Even if you decide to dig boreholes, if we've destroyed all our land with Galamsey, then wherever you dig your borehole, you are still going to drill for mercury and lead, infused water, which you will then use to water the food, to irrigate the land and water your food and sell to who? Ghanaians. So I mean, nice plan, irrigation for wealth, and then like you said, as for the slogan, and we don't waste time, we'll drop a slogan right now. But who has sat down to think through the thing, reverse engineer the whole process, figure out where are we starting from? Where is the water coming from? Like, have we even thought it through? Okay.
And all you make that point it's a very important point you make. And so we need to deal with illegal mining. In the meantime, for areas that have not been affected by Galamsey yet, we can convert those areas into massive food growing areas, food baskets. But at the same time, phytoremediation and bioremediation and all of those things would actually cure our lands of all these, of all these heavy metals. That's one thing we must embark on. I mean, science has a nice way of dealing with them. Let's deal with them.
Yeah.
But most importantly, I think that there are unique ways of doing things. Oh my goodness, in this country, we always do the old things and expect
new
results. We just would not get it. And so I heard John saying that he would encourage more people to go into farming. And look, for those of us who have gone into farming, and you remember, we're having a conversation, there are people who have actually decided to go for loans, and they go for loans this way. And I have even invested in FVV rice at a point in time. They ask that you pay, say, 3,400 for an acre, and after 6 months they give you a percentage of, say, 16 to 20% or so. And so I remember having to invest in that particular scheme. And I know others who are borrowing from people, so they come to you and say, give me 100,000 in 6 months, I'll give you 15% interest on it, so in 6 months time I give you 115,000. Now imagine if you go into farming and you lose. Just imagine the risk involved. So how do we deal with this? We deal with this simply this way. Like I stated, the state has a major role to play. If the state is not prepared to release funds to, say, a bank, the state should be prepared to actually get into areas, vast lands, create roads, so that people don't have to struggle with roads, help with irrigation, help with warehouses. And that's the way to go.
Now that's your job.
Yeah, we've seen the Ghana Armed Forces, 48 engineers at Kusunya, creating roads.
Yeah.
So what prevents us from replicating this in other parts of the country?
That Kusunya project was very encouraging, I've got to say. I mean, it was so exciting to see. It's the sort of thing that we need to be thinking of replicating across the country before we lose everything to Galamsey.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll talk about it. Your view also is needed. So use the hashtag JoySMS when you post on X. We're talking agriculture, the mainstay of our economy. But is there hope for it? Let's hear from you.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the super morning show. Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
All right, well, have you heard about the incredible benefits of Excellium from Total Energies? Let me tell you more about this premium fuel with an amazing 3-in-1 power. Okay, Total Energies introduces Excellium new formula, the additive enriched fuel with its powerful 3-in-1 action that cleans your engine, extends its life, and lowers your fuel consumption. Thanks to the cumulative effect of its anti-corrosion, anti-wear, and detergent additives, Excellium new formula also lowers your vehicle's fuel consumption while reducing CO2 emissions. You will drive, sir. Experience the difference with Total Energies Excellium new formula. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Ago Ghana.
I'm Churchill.
Well, Dunwell Insurance is rewarding you from now till March. Switch to Dunwell Insurance for exceptional service and prompt claims payment, and win rewards like fuel coupons, microfiber dusters, and many more for already existing loyal customers. We have got you covered too. Simply renew your insurance policy and enjoy exciting rewards. Insuring with Dunwell Insurance pays. Let's keep you protected, rewarded, and smiling. Visit any Dunwell Insurance office. Talk to your agent or broker or call 0242 439488 or 0302 763065 for your policy today. So switch to Dunwell Insurance today. T's and C's apply. Dunwell Insurance, if it must be done, it must be done well.
All right, peace of mind motoring starts with Toyota Ghana. Drive with complete confidence this year. Toyota Ghana is proud to present their game-changing extended warranty. 5 years or 120,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Forget the worry of unexpected repair costs and focus on enjoying the road ahead. Secure your peace of mind today with Toyota Ghana's extended warranty. There's more. When you purchase any Toyota vehicle from their branches, you're assured of 1 year or 20,000 kilometers free service. Yeah, free. Talk about unbeatable value. Call Toyota Ghana today on 0302 429 801. 805 and let them get you started. Terms and conditions apply. Ghana drives Toyota. Toyota Ghana Company Limited, the right dealership for Toyota vehicles.
And from the dreams of youth to the ambitions of adulthood, wherever you are on your journey, starting a career, building a family, growing a business, or planning your future, we're here for your journey. Every goal deserves the chance to flourish, and with hard work, dedication, and a strong belief in yourself, the seed of greatness is within reach. So trust in the journey and understand that Fidelity Bank is with you every step of the way. Together, let's turn your dreams into reality. We're here for your journey. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
Okay, well, Ghana, let's talk water tanks. Did you know the secret to real water storage? It's simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not the correct tank. That's right, the tortoise tank, Syntex tank, is the champion of water tanks. It's strong, it's durable, and it's built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's time to upgrade. Join the Join the Syntex Tank family today and enjoy water storage that is tough like a tortoise. Call 0244-335-168 to buy now, or find one of their 400 agents across the country. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex Tank, are you strong? Are you tough?
Well, Volkswagen wants to be part of every moment in the life of every great man and woman. VW wants to be there when you start your family, when you arrive on time for important social gatherings, when hastening to resolve an emergency at home or at work, when you receive that big idea during rush hours in the city, when the family is on a road trip, when you have to chill with the boys and girls on a weekend. The new Terramount will carry all your special moments in its renowned spacious 7-seater with its 3.6 liter V6 petrol engine producing max power of about 280 horsepower. Be sure you'll arrive at home and work quicker than expected. It's now selling at 712,000 Ghana cedis. Volkswagen, rise and thrive, hurry while stock lasts. T's and C's apply. Call or WhatsApp VW Ghana on 0257956688 for more information about their range of vehicles, Vetters, T-Cross, Tiguan, Allspace, Terramount, and the Amarok pickup.
You know, conferencing doesn't have to be the same boring routine. The location for your next conference can be both result-centered and relaxing. Aqua Safari Resort gives you the best of both worlds and more. Let them take the stress out of the process. Just call them on 054-011-0190 and watch your conferences and events effortlessly taken care of.
And renewing your motor insurance policy with SG Ghana is not just about getting reliable cover for you and your vehicle. There are amazing extra benefits that will blow your mind. From now till the 30th of May 2025, buy or renew your comprehensive motor insurance policy with SG Ghana Sound Drive and win big in the SG Insure and Win promo. You stand the chance of winning a 2-night all-expense-paid stay for 2 at the luxurious Safari Valley Resort. You could also win 4 brand new tires or free car servicing for a whole year. There's more. Get up to 1,000 free fuel instantly just for renewing or buying your comprehensive motor insurance policy from SG Ghana. Call 0302-214-314 for more information, or walk into the nearest SG Ghana branch to buy or renew your motor insurance policy today. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Carter's Lottery platform. SG Ghana Sound Drive is underwritten by Salam Alliance. General terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
All right, don't forget to go to kingdomstoreonline.com at some point today. Check out the quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from Kingdom Books with great prices that you can pay via Momo across all networks. Now, if you're in Accra or Tema, you can even get free delivery, which is nice. Terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks. All right, it's all coming up on Joy, birthdays, sports, and agriculture. Stay tuned for it all.
Doing good is man's most glorious task. MTN Ghana Foundation unveils 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the finale of MTN Heroes of Change. After receiving thousands of entries, shortlisting and ranking all across Ghana to confirm their various projects, it's time to honor and celebrate these 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the amazing work they've done in their communities in the areas of education, health, and economic empowerment. MTN Heroes of Change Season 7 coming soon on this station and online.
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5789, 5790 0244 674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good. Active Insurance, Mamo Official Po. Buy or renew your motor insurance at the Active Official PAP promo and walk away with instant gifts such as free fuel coupons, car dusters, and branded souvenirs. Dial *713*313# or visit any of our branches, agents, and brokers nationwide to buy or renew your motor insurance policy. Get activated and receive your instant gift. Promo ends on 30th April 2025. Terms and conditions apply. Active Insurance. Our clients, our passion.
Hello, excuse me. This Milo pack looks different. I'm seeing support energy release BAM on the pack.
Yeah, so the support energy release means when you give your kids Milo as part of breakfast, you are giving them energy to help give their best in school.
Ah, then I like this one.
Your jams need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast, now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. Milo. This advert is FDA approved.
Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
And this one says, Annegret Halford, you know how special you are in every way. On the occasion of your Silver Jubilee, I wish you the very best in the next chapter of your journey. I pray the world will see more of such noble women like you. You are loved. And from an anonymous person. Anyway, but Kojo, you know, someone sent me a message and says, Kojo, what a bamba made. Kojo just made my day. This is coming from, I think I have a permission. No, I don't have a permission. When she gives me her permission, I'll mention her name. But, you know, she sent this. Hey, Kojo and what a bam bam stories. Anyway, this one says, please wish my husband, Ivan Bruce Kojo, CEO of Travel Matters, a very special birthday. Infinite blessings to my forever person, the one who makes every day better just by being in it. Aging with you is my favorite adventure. Happy birthday, my love, from Mrs. Amy Kojo. I've got more before you come in, Kojo Yankson. This one says, happy birthday to Dan Kwekubotre, who is a former member of parliament for Kre, former local government minister. Also, happy birthday to Gertrude Afua Amankwa of Ridge Hospital Audit Department, coming from MFA Apau. Happy birthday to my beautiful wife Frida Owusu of Stanbic Bank head office, from husband Alex Clark, wishing her God's blessings always and forever. There's a long one that says, happy birthday to Mrs. Sroda Wagbe Akwe of Shiashi Calvary Baptist Compassion Project. So happy birthday to Mrs. Sroda Wagbe Akwe. On your special birthday today, may the Lord lift you into higher relays of good health and wealth to deliver your long life to deliver you long life to see your kids and grandkids prosper and impact the world positively. From Kwame Malcolm Gamali Kafri, the Jakuma, the Mallet, the Oko, and the Wagba Jakuma families. We love you. So actually, Sroda Wagba Akwe. This one says, happy birthday to my wife, Christabel Sasu Tinkrang of Kokobod. May the Lord honor your steps to higher heights with all blessings. We truly love you. From your husband, lawyer Alexander Sasu Tinkrang of GRA. And finally, happy 65th birthday to Mr. Kiki Jan of SGS Ghana. Happy 65th birthday to Mr. Kiki Jan of SGS Ghana Limited. I pray for God's grace to take him through the years ahead. From Mrs. Julian Atiase.
I have just one. Okay. Happy birthday to Mrs. Sefanam Agbogbli Ba, PR and comms lead at Access Bank Ghana Limited. It's from Anthony Arthur and the entire corporate comms department of Access Bank.
This one says, happy birthday to my younger sister, MFA Tiase. May the Lord grant her more years of good health, peace of mind, happiness, and abundant blessings, from Misonu Amu to you. And another one. Hey, hey, this is my brother. Happy birthday to Priscilla Bonnie of Tax and Regulatory Department and Akosia Sikayana of the Financial Advisory Department of Deloitte. Also, belated happy birthday to Winifred Koko Nokubi of the Audit Department from your country managing partner Daniel Kwejo Wusu and all staff. Once you hear this, you know it's coming from Charles Nixon.
Charles Nixon.
Oh, Charles Nixon.
Every day.
Every day.
It's like every day somebody celebrating a birthday at Deloitte. Nixon.
Every day Nixon is
we just can't.
This is
allegation.
Otherwise, you are accusing the man falsely. Do not bear false witness.
But how come he knows everybody's birthday at Deloitte?
Thank you.
Does it work in HR?
Shock.
Shock. Nixon, the boys are suggesting that
Nixon, you work in HR.
Birthday affairs. I think it's head of growth. I think it's head of growth.
Head of birthday affairs at Deloitte. Wow. That's a job. That's a job.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Charles Nixon. I've seen people iron shirts. Nixon is second to one man that I know in terms of, you see that shirt that they iron and it's like blade no sharp. Oh, Charlie, have you seen Nixon shirt? Yeah. And Nixon doesn't wear shirts that are like cotton fabric and loose. Like it is the hard one.
Yes.
So that when he irons the edges.
So when he tacks in, then what happens?
Oh, champion.
Nixon's
then you see that around the waist, then the shirt will pop out like this.
Nixon's iron is powered by nuclear energy.
I swear
the man just sent a birthday message.
You can fold his clothes with him. You can fold his clothes with him in the clothes stand.
Yes.
Hey. So you are suggesting that the guy is using starch to iron on?
Starch
yes.
Starch
the only person I know who irons a shirt better than Nixon is one man called Frank Odum. I used to work with him. My brother. When he irons the shirts and the trousers, you see, irons the trouser with the lines in front. It will be if you make a mistake, you pass and you touch that place, can cut you.
Did you ever iron your father's trousers and give him double lines?
I still get double lines every now and then.
So I adopted a new approach,
which is
no lines. So you don't have any lines. So if you want me to iron for you, have any lines?
There will be no lines.
Because me, I don't do lines.
Anyway, shout outs to Nixon keeping the cassava industry alive.
Wait, what's
starch?
We are bad. I've got a shout here. Happy birthday to Jawel Kingsley Asari, people of Beautiful Beginnings International School. Ahinima Kokobin Kumasi. May you grow in God's love, strength, and live to fulfill your purpose on earth. God bless you. That's from your parents and the rest of the family. And this one is to Joyce Ansong, popularly known as Ajwa Ajewai. Happy birthday to you. She's a trader at Sunyani Main Market. We pray for many years of good health and God's blessings for you, with love from your family.
Today, the mama birthday is not akumpa.
Yes. So we can go to the sports center then.
The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. And if it's football you want, DSTV has got it all. Yes, it's all on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. This season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And as the year begins, it's essential to take the right steps towards achieving financial stability. The start of a new year is a perfect opportunity to set your financial goals and start on the right path. An input from a professional can make the difference. At Standard Chartered Wealth Management Limited Company, you have access to a wide range of investment options that offer you monthly and half-yearly interest payments through diversified investment portfolios. Call us on 0233000041 or 0200 127755, or visit us on the 4th floor of the Pebia House, Airport Accra today, and speak with our certified investment advisors on what options suit your financial objectives and risk appetite. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Good morning to all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio, coming up over the next 10 minutes.
And George, Tyrick George, and Cucurella hammers it home. If there was doubt, there is doubt no more. Chelsea have 4.
Chelsea bounce back to winning ways in the Premier League by thrashing bottom place Southampton. Also coming up,
My target was to get the trophy in the national side and go to Africa and achieve some glorious name and go forward.
That's the Hearts of Oak head coach Abubakar Ouattara vowing to win the Premier League title for the Phobians and lead them to Africa. We have more of that coming up. But first, the Deputy Education Minister designate, Dr. Clement Park, has reiterated the ministry's commitment to finding innovative ways to fund and revitalize school sports. The impact of school sports on talent development has waned drastically over the years, mainly due to the unavailability of funds to organize the competition and nurture bright talents after that. Now, Dr. Park disclosed that the Education Ministry would explore private sector partnership to increase funding for school sports.
Sports is a very important activity, not just because it keeps us fit, but it's also a source of great entertainment. I have been a sports person, sportsman myself. It is not the way it used to be, and that should be a cause of worry. My minister is a sports enthusiast himself. He plays football himself. And I think the challenge we face, as you rightly alluded to, is funding and its inadequacy. Given that he's a sports person himself, I believe very strongly that he would find ingenious ways to get private sector involvement to support sports in our schools. Sports cannot be neglected. A very important activity that ought to be supported.
That's the Deputy Education Minister designate, Dr. Clement Park, speaking during his vetting yesterday in Parliament. It's worth noting that the new Sports Minister, Kofi Adams, has made a proposal to the Education Ministry to bring school sports under the Sports and Recreation Ministry and take it away from GES. Still on talent development, former Ghana under 17 coach Laye Kingston has urged the Ghana Football Association to upgrade their coaching education curriculum to ensure that coaches are empowered to properly nurture talent. The former Ghana international believes lacking qualified youth coaches will impact the development of talent in the country.
Ghana Federation should do more in educating, improving the way they run their licensing. Because at the end of the day, if the coaches are well educated, that's when they go back to their clubs and then educate their players very well. That's when our football, our local game will look attractive. But if coaches are not well educated, they come there and then they do what they can do and then go away. They have to know that anything they are passing on to their team is well calculated, and then the power behind it should be strong. They should know what they are doing. That's how I should say it. But without coaching education, our soccer cannot grow, because you can see even Pep Guardiola is struggling.
Like Kingston. Now, let's do club football. Hearts of Oak, their only route to a title this season is through the Ghana Premier League. That's where they sit fourth on the table with 33 points, just one away from the top. This is because they've already been kicked out of the FA Cup, which happened in the past weekend. Golden Kicks, a Division 1 team, booted the record winners out of the competition. But their head coach, Abubakar Ouattara, he's vowed to win the league and lead the Phobians back to Africa next season.
My target was to get the trophy in the national side and go to Africa and achieve some glorious name and go forward. This is my focus. To go to Africa, you need to win a league or some trophy in Ghana before you go out. So let us work on it and go forward. For us, the future is bright.
Abubakar Ouattara was speaking to our sister station Asampa FM on Sports Night. Let's do some national team news now, because Black Queens head coach Kimlas Bjorkgren has expressed satisfaction with the progress shown by the team after only a week together. The Swedish trainer took charge of the team for the first time last week in an international friendly against Morocco in Rabat, which they lost 1-0. But Bjorkgren believes his team dispersed a better unit than they came.
I think the week have been really, really good. I think this team came as one group and they are leaving in a completely different, a better group, I would say. I think we did a good job in the game against Morocco, even if the result wasn't what we were hoping for. But they have like following all the instructions and they worked hard. And like I said, we're leaving as a better group and a better team.
That's Kimlas Bjorkgren. He's the head coach of the Ghana women's national football team, the Black Queens. Let's go to the male team, that's the Black Stars. They're back in action in a couple of weeks in World Cup qualifying against Chad and Madagascar next month. But many believe the team's chances of qualifying for the USA, Mexico and Canada tournament are slim because of the perceived lack of commitment shown by the players. Now, former Ghana international Sam Johnson Foyo, he's waded into that conversation. He's urged players not to show up for call-ups if they don't want to give 100%.
I know what they can do, but they don't do that. They don't do what we know they do best. They don't show that when they come here. And what kills me is sometimes I hear that maybe somebody say, and when people are saying, oh, if they get injured, who is going to be? Master, excuse me to say, but that is nonsense. Because if this is your job, that is what you choose to do. You either do it or you leave. So if you know you are coming to get injured, then the Ghana will not take care of you. Master, don't come at all. Resign from the national team. But when you come, you can't just come and play this and then use our art to play. If you are here to play. If you know you get injured, then Ghana will not take care of you, or what Ghana will give you is not enough. You are going to take a big money. Master, stay and take your big money. Nobody will fight you. And allow those who want to play to play.
Sam Johnson was speaking to Muftar Nabil Abdullahi on Prime Take. Let's go to England. That's where Chelsea last night thumped Southampton 4-0 to climb to fourth on the Premier League table and keep the visitors pinned to the bottom of the table. The win takes the Blues to 46 points, 2 points above Man City and Newcastle United. Those two clubs are in action later tonight. The Chelsea boss Enzo Maresca says their position on the table shows how good they've been all season despite their recent slump in form.
I just said to the players that probably we are in our worst moment in terms of results, but we are fourth, 1 point from the third, and we are in our worst moment. So that means a lot and also show how good we have been in the first part of the season. Now it's just a matter to try to finish in the best way.
Enzo Maresca is Chelsea manager. There were some other games last night. Danny Welbeck made an instant impact off the bench by scoring the winner in Brighton's 2-1 home win over Bournemouth. It's Brighton's fourth win in a row in all competitions, and it's lifted them to 8 on the table. From 27 games, they have 43 points. In other matches, Ismaila Sarr scored twice on his 27th birthday to help Crystal Palace to a deserved 4-1 victory over Aston Villa at Selhurst Park. Fulham, they lost 2-1 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. The Premier League continues tonight. Faltering Arsenal will take on Nottingham Forest at the City Ground as they continue to lose ground in their pursuit of the Premier League title. The Gunners are 11 points behind Liverpool, but their manager Mikel Arteta has vowed not to give up on the title.
You're obviously not giving up on the title until it's mathematically impossible, but in your heart...
Over my dead body, I said.
Over your dead body?
Yeah.
But in your heart of hearts, do you really think you can do it?
If not, I'll go home, guys. Mathematically, it's possible. You are there. You have to play every game. Suddenly, 3 days ago, we could close the gap, and you are like, you are 1.5 games away. It doesn't matter. We have to continue to go. You're gonna have to win this Premier League with the circumstances that we have. Probably have to do something that nobody else has done in the history of the Premier League.
That's Mikel Arteta says over his dead body would he give up on the title race. Man City, they will seek redemption tonight when they play away to Tottenham Hotspur after the Liverpool defeat. Pep Guardiola's City have struggled throughout the entire season, but the Spaniard has vowed to stick with his style of play that has served him well in the past.
I can imagine we will be more competitive like we have been, but when we have the squad and we can play in the way we can do it. So I mean, until I'm the manager, we are going to adjust something. It depends on quite the players or the problems the opponent have. But I think we are going to try to play the way they defined that team for many years that had the success. The only difference is there was much more teams than in the past to make marking in our goal kick more aggressive. Before they were more cautious.
Pep Guardiola says he will not change. Leaders Liverpool, they take on Newcastle United at 8:15 p.m. The league leaders currently riding top and pretty. In other matches from last night, there was a big game in Spain in the Copa del Rey. Atletico Madrid, they clawed back from 2 goals down to rescue a last gasp 4-all draw at Barcelona in a rip-roaring battle in the first leg of their Copa del Rey semi-final. The reverse fixture is on April 2. And there was a Coppa Italia game last night between Inter Milan and Lazio. Inter won that by 2 goals to nil. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Center. My name is Fentio Tahir Fentio. Back to you, Winston.
Thank you very much, Fentio Tahir Fentio, for joining us with the latest in the world of sports. I like your shirt, your kaftan,
thank you.
Your political suit.
It's not a political suit. It's just a normal kaftan.
Political suit.
It's a normal kaftan.
Political suit.
It's a normal kaftan.
Political suit.
Normal kaftan.
Political suit.
This one, if you put starch on it, it will the bottom of your iron will carry some stuff from the shirt. So this one we don't put. I
don't put starch.
It's not. See the starch. No, it's a particular fabric.
You don't do a Charles Nixon.
No, you can't do a Charles Nixon with this one. That's why Charles Nixon has never won anything like this.
You don't do a Charles Nixon, yeah, boy.
He has particular fabric. See the hard fabrics on the one. If you put the spray starch there to stand.
The one that if you rub your finger on it, can cut you.
Brother man.
Anyway, let's get interactive this morning. Join us with your thoughts on X. Use the hashtag JoySMS. And then on WhatsApp, 055-111-11997. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, A Better Way, A Better Africa, and Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you are covered. So don't be scammed this year, because fraud activities are on the increase as scammers continue to target customers of various banks through phone calls, text messages, and emails just to get customers divert sensitive information such as password, PIN, card information, CVV, OTP, and other personal details. Their ultimate goal is to steal your money. EcoBank wishes to advise all customers to be extra vigilant and never trust any phone calls, text messages, or emails from anybody posing as an EcoBank staff and assisting customers to update their bank details. Some of them give you the impressions that EcoBank will be calling you to ask for your account or card details, or help you link your Ghana card to your bank card, or offer unsolicited assistance. Beware, as these fraudsters will try to gain your trust and persuade you to give out your personal or account details. Protect yourself by never sharing sensitive details with anyone claiming to represent EcoBank. Always remember that bank account details can only be updated at an EcoBank branch. EcoBank mobile app can only be upgraded at the App Store or Play Store. Linking your Ghana card to your EcoBank account is at any EcoBank branch or at ecobank.com. Do not share your password, PIN, OTP, card information, or any other personal information with anyone, whether remotely or face-to-face. Never give the 16 digits or any number on your bank card to anyone. Avoid any calls or messages that request you to click a link. Report any suspicious SMS, email, or phone calls to the EcoBank Contact Center and delete such messages at once. When in doubt or feel insecure, call EcoBank Contact Center on 0800 003 225 on toll free. But this new year, let your journey be worry-free. Renew or buy a brand new motor insurance policy with Provident Insurance from January to March 2025 and enjoy exciting rewards, including fuel coupons and exclusive Provident souvenirs. Need assistance? Chat with Obaya, our friendly WhatsApp assistant, on 0242 426 396, and she will sort you out, babia, anytime, anywhere, or visit any of our 15 branches nationwide. Provident Insurance, your reliable partner for 43 years, keeping you covered every mile of the way. Don't miss out on this special offer. Chat or buy now or visit any of our branches, agents, and brokers today. T's and C's apply. With Provident, man, you are covered. Stay with us. It's now time for the Joy Business Minute, and the Joy Business Minute is brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance. More for your smile.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance. More for your smile. President John Mahama has vowed not to interfere in the operations of the Bank of Ghana whilst promising to protect the institution's independence. Meanwhile, the Bank of Ghana Governor Dr. Johnson Isiama has announced major reforms aimed at stabilizing the banking and financial sector as it targets inflation reduction and new Foreign Exchange Act. Government has announced that it is working to secure a $250 million funding from the World Bank to support banks affected by the domestic debt exchange program. And Republicans in the U.S. House of Representatives narrowly passed a multi-trillion-dollar government spending bill on Tuesday, a major boost for President Donald Trump that advances his 2025 agenda. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance. More for your smile.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show. And enjoy instant, cost-effective, and reliable intra-African trade and commerce payments at Consolidated Bank Ghana with the Pan-African Payments and Settlement System, PAPS. Make or receive payments in your home country's currency. So no long wahala. Visit any of CBG's branches nationwide today to enjoy this fast and reliable service. For inquiries, call them on 0302-216-000. Send them an email, talk to us at cbg.com.gh or on their social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly Twitter. Terms and conditions apply. CBG, we stand with you. Are you tired of endless traffic jams and the rising fuel costs? I'm sure I guess we all are. Well, is a frequent vehicle maintenance draining your budget? If you're looking for an eco-friendly, cost-saving solution for personal or business transport, it's time to switch to the future of driving. The all-new Serio Nano 3 electric vehicle, proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The Serio Nano 3 EV offers zero emissions, running entirely on electricity, no charging station, no problem. Simply plug it into a standard socket at home. This sleek EV combines advanced technology with high performance, featuring a fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable, ultra-silent digital genset for backup power, and an elegant, comfortable interior. Every purchase comes with a 1-year warranty. Visit our showroom at Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, Farisco Traffic Lights, opposite Glyco Adabraka, Accra, or call 0540-100-868 or 0243-480334. In Kumasi, find them in front of Tatyard Ag Mayanka Road, or call 0243-480334 or 0544-340-589. Serio Nano 3 EV, experience a legacy of modern luxury. Serio EV, go electric. And on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel, connecting Energy's latest foam, your partner for life. Our focus is on this.
Not just capital, but we are focusing more on giving you items to start with, like the Nkoko Nkitinkiti project. And so with the Nkoko Nkitinkiti project, we are giving you day-old chicks, we are giving you some farm input, we are giving you cages for you to grow with the business. For other engagements like starting your own home farming, we're just going to give you some small capacity building to be able to start. And so it's not just about capital, it's about also capacity building. Ghana is one country that has just about one farming season. Our policy and our plan is to be able to farm all year round. Now, if we want to farm all year round, that means we would have excess food items available to be able to feed the industry. Now, once we have excess and we are feeding the industry all year round, definitely these industries have to run 24 hours. And so that's how come we'll fit into the 24-hour economy. Recently, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture launched the Irrigation for Wealth Creation, and that is to irrigate over 10,000 hectares of land. Now, what that means is that once we're able to irrigate with over 10,000 hectares of land, there's going to be more food. There's going to be food all year round. And so, yes, even though the World Bank has said that there might be some food shortages in the next coming years, we hope and pray that in the next coming years also we'll increase the acreage from 10,000 to possibly to 25 or 30,000 to be able to farm all year round to avert such a problem.
John Seto Dumelo, Deputy Food and Agriculture Minister designate in Parliament yesterday during his vetting, talking about how we must farm all year round. Sounds like you've heard this before, isn't it? This morning our focus is on agriculture, because even as we prepare for the National Economic Dialogue, you've heard the experts saying we need to focus on agriculture. And we've talked about this over and over and over again. You've heard his responses to questions asked yesterday by members of the Appointments Committee. Were you impressed? Do you think he's the man to assist Eric Opoku? Get on to X and share your thoughts with us. And you can also join us on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. Of course, yesterday also Deputy Education Minister designate and Member of Parliament for Busa South, Dr. Clement Apak, was also in Parliament. What's your take on his vetting? Also the Deputy Energy Minister was in Parliament. Tell us what your take is on these appointees who appeared before the Appointments Committee. But are you looking for the best value data and voice offers that are tailored to your unique needs? At Telecel, we understand everyone has their own preference, and that's why we have the unbeatable Made For Me bundles that made just for you. The Made For Me bundles are affordable, customized data and voice packages personalized for you. Simply dial *530# or download the Telecel Play app to subscribe to your special Made For Me bundle. Telecel, connecting energies. Stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh yeah, EcoBank Mobile they make me say, oh yeah, EcoBank Mobile they make me crazy. Download it and use it, it gon' make your life so easy. Yeah. Oh yeah, download it, you gon' enjoy it. In my Brahmin chain, in my Brahmin chain. Come make a download them for you, cause you can pay bills, you can buy credit. You can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple.
Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
This new year, let your journey be worry-free. Renew or buy a brand new motor insurance policy with Provident Insurance from January to March 2025 and enjoy exciting rewards such as fuel coupons and exclusive Provident souvenirs. Need assistance? Chat with Obaya, our friendly WhatsApp assistant on 024-242-6396. She will sort you out babia, anywhere, anytime, or visit any of our branches, agents, or brokers today. Provident Insurance, your reliable partner for 43 years, keeping you covered every mile of the way. Don't miss out on this special offer. Terms and conditions apply. With Provident, man, you're covered.
Provident, man, you're covered. Reasons why we dey connect each child. It not be say we won't make one our loved ones happy.
Daddy, thanks for the tea cash, okay? I love you.
That be my daughter, Angela.
Never could you. I'm sure why. Tea cash naba. No papa you know that was sick.
Say I go take care of my parents. It be my duty. Say make I pay my bills. I dey use Telecel cash. The suppliers for my shop there.
Hello boss, I get a Telecel cash alert too. They deliver the things right here.
I dey make them happy because I fit pay them directly to the merchant number for any network talk. Then sort my people out with Telecel cash for free.
If one a family parties, them business partners they happy. It be they make one a connection strong. Carry Telecel cash, send money, give your people for them a Telecel cash wallet store. Any day, anytime. It be free. Make you save money. Tap cool. Then make your menace smile. Anytime you go carry Telecel cash, send them money.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Babe, today we are going on the road trip. Full tank, good vibes, no worries.
Road trip? But you always check fuel prices before moving.
Oh, that was before Hollard Motor Insurance. Now, free fuel vouchers got me covered.
Hey, free fuel? And if we break down?
Oh, look, Hollard's 247 roadside assistance, day for week.
Sir, then this road trip, dear, means slacking. Let's go.
Buy Hollard Motor Insurance and enjoy free fuel vouchers and 24/7 roadside assistance, as well as exclusive benefits when you renew your policy. Get it nationwide through brokers, Hollard to you offices, Shell, Malcolm, or on WhatsApp with Araba Hollard at 0242-426-412. You can also dial the toll-free hotline on 0800 444 999 for more. Miss Lucky Cra, grab Hollard Motor Insurance now for exclusive benefits.
Okay, Mr. Big Spender. Next up, ice cream.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when the children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
No, stop action, mommy. All the learning and sports demands a lot of energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kids have been very active.
Hey, Samo!
Your jams need nourishment and energy. Give them the Milo Energy at breakfast, now with vitamin D that supports energy release to help their daily performance. Milo, energy to go further. Milo! This advert is FDA approved.
Are you tired of rising fuel costs and frequent service and maintenance draining your budget? Are you a transport business thinking of the best eco-friendly and cost-saving option for a car? Then switch to the Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. The Cerio Nano 3 EV is proudly marketed and distributed in Ghana by Anointed Engineering Services Limited. The sleek Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle, with its advanced technology and high performance, emits zero emissions because it does not run on fossil fuels. No need to worry about a charging station because you can charge your Cerio at home directly by plugging into the socket. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle offers unmatched comfort, interior design, fast charging, long-lasting battery, and a portable digital ultra-silent genset for backup charging no matter your power situation anywhere. Visit our showroom for a test drive at the Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, Farisco Traffic Light, opposite Glyco office at Dabraka, Accra. Call our hotlines on 0540-100-868 and 0243-480-334. Anointed also stocks genuine spare parts and delivers after-sales services 24/7 for our Cerio Nano 3 EVs. The Cerio Nano 3 electric vehicle. Experience a legacy of luxury modernized. Cerio EV. Go electric.
I used to stress about where to receive my Abro sticker and always used to doubt whether my friend has really sent it.
So I asked a friend of mine and he said his wife used to have similar challenges until she decided to receive money transfers from CBG.
Well, I can relate because now I receive my money from CBG. It's so simple, fast and secure with no delays and no hidden fees. And I must say, life is now feeling good.
Stay connected to your loved ones no matter where they are. With Consolidated Bank Ghana's money transfer services, you can receive money quickly and securely from abroad, whether through MoneyGram, Western Union, PayAngel, TransFast, UnityLink, RIA, EaseRemit, Thunes, TapTap Send, and TerraPay. Cash out your way any day with Consolidated Bank Ghana. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
We stand with you. Doing good is man's most glorious task. MTN Ghana Foundation unveils 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the finale of MTN Heroes of Change. After receiving thousands of entries, shortlisting and ranking all across Ghana to confirm their various projects, it's time to honor and celebrate these 10 outstanding Ghanaians for the amazing work they've done in their communities in the areas of education, health, and economic empowerment. MTN Heroes of Change Season 7 coming soon on this station and online.
World is in trouble anytime Mojo Banton come. Batty boy get up.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. In the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning on the super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy. Joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Wake up to joy, joy.
hoochie hoo.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the super morning show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
In your cup.
that there might be some food shortages in the next coming years. We hope and pray that in the next coming years also we'll increase the acreage from 10,000 to possibly to 25 or 30,000 to be able to farm all year round to avert such a problem. Not just capital, but we are focusing more on giving you items to start with, like the Nkoko Nkitinkiti project. And so with the Nkoko Nkitinkiti project, we are giving you day-old chicks, we are giving you some farm input, we are giving you cages for you to grow with the business. For other engagements like starting your own home farming, we are just going to give you some small capacity building to be able to start. And so it's not just about capital, it's about also capacity building. Ghana is one country that has just about one farming season. Our policy and our plan is to be able to farm all year round. Now, if we want to farm all year round, that means we would have excess food items available to be able to feed the industry. Now, once we have excess and we are feeding the industry all year round, definitely these industries have to run 24 hours. And so that's how come we'll fit into the 24-hour economy.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Oh goodness, that was quite a sesh, wasn't it? DJ Wobete.
Yes.
With some,
yes. You are enjoying the dancehall groove.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
What we used to call raga in those days.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was such a great throwback. Yes. Oh, Charlie, the raga debut. Yeah. That was enjoyable.
The fact that you were actually helping Wobete with the choice of songs it tells me that
I come from the Watabamba May era, right? So I knew what I was doing. Oh, that was fun. That was great. Okay, now it's 8:37 on the Super Morning Show, and all morning we've been telling you that today we're focused on agriculture. Yesterday's vetting included the vetting of the Deputy Minister Designate for the Food and Agriculture Ministry, and that's John Seto Dumelo. In fact, John Matthew Kofi Seto Dumelo. The Matthew then became a matter of a question of record.
Yeah.
But yes, John Dumelo was before the panel yesterday and answering questions on his plans to fill that role. But it calls for bigger conversation, because agriculture really has always been the mainstay of our economy, but we have some threats to it. Food inflation is skyrocketing. We are obviously unable to produce enough of certain foods to feed the whole country. And while all of that is going on, we are also concerned about the fact that agriculture is not yielding as much revenue for those in it as they would like. And it's difficult to get into that sector. You need help, you need assistance, you need capital, you need motivation. It's difficult, but it needs to get fixed. So we've brought together some great minds to help us figure it all out. Edward Karewe is the former General Secretary of the Agricultural Workers Union. Anthony Morrison is the CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness. And Kojo Akoto Boating is a farmer and engineer. You can call him a fangineer if you wish. He joins us on the phone as well. Gentlemen, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's great to have you, and there's a lot to talk about, but let's start with your initial thoughts on how John Dumelo's vetting went. What was the big takeaway for you? We'll start with you, Mr. Karewe.
Well, once again, good morning to you, all of you. It's been some time, and also my colleagues Morrison and Dakude, and those who are listening to us. Well, it was exciting listening to the young man, trying to, maybe that's his first time of meeting such a difficult vetting committee. He did very well. I saw that some of the questions were actually not meant for him, because if you're a deputy, you are, in my view, you're a policy taker. You don't make the policies yourself because your boss is there. But he was being to try to, espouse policy decisions, which I thought that should not have been the case. And also, when you were a minister, you are there to prosecute the government's broader policy, but not your own views and so on. So He did very well, and he appeared to be sincere about what he thinks should be done. And as we have seen in the past, it's not so much about what we want to do, what is in the policy. At the end of the day, it has to do with the implementation. So the state of our agriculture is really in tatters. We need to reorganize it, but I would say that the Ghanaians should be minded that it is not going to be done within a short period, because there are real physical gestation periods. To grow a particular crop, we need a gestation period to do that. And there's no way our government can marshal all the resources. Even if we have the resources, some of them just have to take their natural course. Like this irrigation, it cannot just be done within 1 year. It cannot just be done within 6 months. So these are matters that it will take us about 2-3 years to be able to achieve. So our expectations should be toned down, even though we are told that it will be done. And then, again, they should work together and help also with the stakeholders. And certainly, we will turn agriculture around gradually.
Right. Now, Mr. Morrison, I'm glad you're part of this conversation, mainly because you can see the president has the vision of linking agriculture and agribusiness in a very specific way by creating a separate ministry for that purpose. But of course, it all starts with food and agriculture. So yesterday, listening to John Dumelo, what did you take away as potential growth indicators for agribusiness in Ghana?
Well, thank you very much, Kwejo and Winston, and good morning to my colleagues, Edward and Barton. Yes, I followed the discussion very well, the vetting. But Kwejo, before I come to that question, I still think that as a country, the way we carry ourselves with vetting process must be looked at. We have the NDPC that guides in the development of our national policies. Over the past 1 month or so, where we'll be following the vetting, we have not even heard one single quotation coming from NDPC, National Development Planning Commission, whose authority is to guide and develop our national sector policies. We're talking about party manifestos, and I think that in the long term, we need to start, guiding the discussion to begin to focus more on the deliverables of the National Development Planning Commission rather than, the party manifesto, because that is what guides our total, development of a country. Coming back to your question, I think John did brilliantly. He articulated the areas of the irrigation. As you all do know, we only have 12% of our total irrigable land, which is about 1.9 million hectares, and out of which government has done about 30%, and the rest being done by the private sector and development partners. There is quite a lot to be done. If you listen carefully to him during some part of the vetting process, he articulated the idea of supporting the breeding of different varieties of livestock, and I think that was very out of the box innovative thinking. Over the past years, MOFA has been so focused on the crops. Yes, crops are critical to attain food security, but at the same time, you need the protein, animal protein, and others, because we are dealing with lactating mothers, breastfeeding mothers, and pregnant women. They need more of this protein to fortify their wombs to be able to have better delivery systems. So protein is very key, and I like the fact that he's talking about supporting some of these institutions with different varieties to then distribute to the youth. I think that would go a long way, because as a country, we import well about 1.2 billion worth of frozen chicken annually, and about $800 million of frozen meat. Okay, so if as a country we can find a way to regenerate some of these meat imports here in Ghana, and don't forget, in terms of the livestock itself, the animal itself, we do about $600 million annually from the West Africa sub-region. So this is very innovative, and I appreciate the fact that you have brought that up. Earlier in the year, the first week, the chamber paid a visit to the biggest livestock trade center in Ghana, which is Turaku, close to Michel Camp. And I can tell you that if we can pay attention to that place, the one in Kumasi and the one in Tamale, Ghana will not be importing meat, because the volume of meat, look, they receive about 30 to 40 trucks of livestock every day, and each livestock carries about 45 to 70 live animals. Assuming these cattle are being sold for 6,000, you multiply how much is being sold over there per week, and that is an economy of its own. Okay, people are doing different types of meat, people are doing different types of meat processing and all that. And it's a 24-hour economy. I was told by the veterinary officer, he doesn't sleep. He has to inspect the meat, the livestock before being killed, and post, slaughtering inspections. It's a huge economy. And I think it's time we pay attention to the livestock. Let me also add that we need to also look at the irrigation very well. We've been told in the past that money meant for drought resistance, and we all saw it, how bags of rice and sugar and maize were distributed to party apparatchiks for money meant for the World Bank, $130 million for drought support was used to purchase food items, rather than to provide farmers with irrigation machines, pumps, generators, drip lines, the pipelines, to be able to extend water to their farms to produce. A government and a minister thought that distributing rice was a better solution. Even though the chamber stood against it, we published, but he never changed his mind. So I think that the irrigation for wealth creation and job creation is right in place. If you look I was listening to you, and my dad is always on Joy anyway. So, and you were doing the analysis about the challenges you're going to have with the Galamsey water and what has to be done. Wilson was talking about the technologies available. To a long run, we need to conserve water. We're talking about plantations. We're talking about agro-industrial parks, which is now the key area that most of the DPs, the development partners, are driving into, like the AFDB, UNIDO, the African Union Development Agency, NEPAD, are all looking at how we can undertake continental agriculture industrial parks, which otherwise also called the special economic zones, or special economic enclaves. So there's a lot we need to do, and I buy into John's vision to support the agriculture sector, and also the fact that he's going to drive in the vision of His Excellency the President and support his substantive minister. I think he's done quite well. But I was only disappointed in that the questioners seems not to have a good appreciation of the agriculture sector policies. With expectations were that they will ask some technical questions that will bring the best out of the nominee, and some of these things were missing. This is a platform where we need to educate people. This is a platform where we need to bring the facts out as to where are we with the country's agenda in attaining its food security, attaining its targets to export, attaining the job creation, and also making sure that we are industrializing the agro-industry sector. But it was sad that some of these questions were missing, and they were just focusing on church and other things. Vetting is a serious business, and I think the vetting committee will have to take a second look at their process and procedures to make sure that they properly come up with better questions to educate the youngsters, the students who are also listening, who wants to become politicians or leaders of this country tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. That's a perspective there. Thank you. Now, could you? I think we're going to spend a little time with you because we don't have you for very long. I understand you have another engagement you'll have to leave us for in a short while. So let's get into the detail. I suppose one of the big things that came out of John's vetting was the big plans for irrigation, 100,000 acres, scaling up to 250,000 possibly. Now, you do this practically. Tell us, how feasible are these plans? Do we have the land? Do we have the water?
Thank you, Kojo. I think we have the land. If you look at Ghana, we have a lot of land which is still largely undeveloped for optimal production. We have water. If you check the data, about 5.4 billion cubic meter of water flows on the surface of Ghana every year. So through our rivers, erosion, rainfall, our lakes, everything. And this water is enough to irrigate West Africa. It is enough to feed the domestic needs of West Africa and the industrial needs. So we have the water. The problem is trapping this water, storing this water, and transporting this water to where it is required. And I always make the argument that when it comes to agric and irrigation, we've not paid the same attention to it as some other public infrastructure projects. I see irrigation the same way you'll see roads. So every community demands roads, every community demands access to electricity, every community demands schools, every community demands hospitals. It's the same we need to do for agric, because irrigation and developed lands is a foundational element for food production. If you don't have those things, you cannot produce food. Let me liken it to real estate. If you need housing, you need to get land. You need to put in the services, so access road, water, and electricity. Then people can build houses and live comfortably. Now, if you need to produce food, you need land. You need to develop the land. You need to have water because plants require water. You need access roads because you need to move in input, machinery, and outputs. And you need support infrastructure like housing, processing, warehousing. But unfortunately, we've not done that much. We are always told that electricity access is over 85%. We are always told that, water access is this and that. But we've never really consistently invested in irrigation to enable production. So two things. I think that we need to look at irrigation in two ways. We need to look at the large-scale enclaves that enable commercial production. These enclaves may be far from town or the communities. And then we need to look at community production areas that enable local production for local food consumption, some processing, and some trade. Now, if you go to a place like Adoe, where I'm from, we have scattered farms all over. If you go to Yendi, you have scattered farms all over, 2 acres here, 1 acre here, 2 acres here, 1 acre here. So even when you want to do organized mechanization, it's difficult because your tractor moves from one piece of land, travels 8 kilometers to another, travels 9 kilometers to another to plow, travels 12 kilometers to another to plow. So there's a lot of inefficiency. But around Yendi, if the government strategically develops, say, 1,000 acre lots, which we distribute among families, maybe 10 acres, 20 acres, then we organize the space. Aggregators can come in with the support with inputs. Mechanization companies can come because it's an organized space. And you see that there's a certain level of control and a certain level of harmony within the space. We have not organized our agric space like that. Then we can have the large-scale enclaves, which are 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 acre enclaves with large-scale mechanization, to drive optimal production, to feed industry, to feed processors, and also to even produce enough for exports. And I think that this time we need to enjoin the government not just to speak about irrigation and infrastructure provision and mechanization, but actually to invest. And we need to compare the investments going into agri with investments going into roads, investment going into hospitals, investments going into schools. Because this is the thing. If your nutrition is right, your healthcare is right. If your nutrition is right, your mental state is right. So when you go to school, you can study. We can use nutrition to solve some of our health problems and to solve some of our general existential problems. So if we are investing, say, 20 billion in roads within a certain year, we need to have a corresponding figure for agri investments when it comes to infrastructure mechanization, because the roads must lead to productive growth poles that enhance the value we create within the economy. We've been constructing a lot of roads around the country, and sometimes I say the roads lead to nowhere because you spend millions building roads to a farming community, for example, but you're not optimizing the production within that particular space. So when you do the economic analysis, it's like 200 million has gone into a certain road, and the production around the road is just about $10 million. So what returns are we getting for the economy? So we must enjoin this government not just to talk. In fact, the government has said a lot about what they want to do in agriculture. If you read the NDC manifesto, there's even a trust that the government says they want to set up, the National Employment Trust. This trust will invest in SMEs to operate in the 24-hour economy, an integrated complete value chain, production, processing, and marketing for job creation. This trust must be set up and run very well. The plans to use our economy to invest in about 300,000 acres of developed irrigated lands, that must be done. Beyond all these things, we need to use strategic government-private sector relationships to enable smallholder farmers get access to some form of irrigation. For example, Mohinani Group, the producers of Polytank, they have irrigation solutions. If we had a structure that can enable the government activate Mohinani to support smallholder farmers on a credit basis, then your average smallholder farmer can afford to get irrigation, drip irrigation, that costs 15,000 Ghana cedis per acre. It is distributed to these smallholder farmers. There's a system of checks and balances. They do the production and maybe pay over a period of 9 months. So your average smallholder farmer would not have to find upfront capital to invest in irrigation. Then we use some of the systems around. We have the Ghana Irrigation Development Authority. We have the 48 Engineers Regiment, for example. We have other institutions, even Ghana Water, to enable us get boreholes, practical boreholes, not some of the boreholes we built previously that don't work. Boreholes that actually yield water in areas without surface water sources, so we can farm all year round and create value. Once we do that and ensure that there is the infrastructure for agric, we can actually enable production. I'll give you an example. I showed you this the last time I met you on Wednesday. You go to places like Egypt, and in the middle of a desert, there is an area of about 400,000 acres that has been developed with full center pivot irrigation, with airports, with housing and everything. And they produce all year round. Cargo planes land there, pick produce, fly 2 hours to Europe, and they are creating a lot of value. And they are farming in the desert. They are drawing water from underground water sources. This water, we have underground water sources. It is up to us to now invest and go beyond the talk. If we are investing in roads, so when the road minister brings a budget to the president should ask, so this road you are constructing is going to Kwabodebetun Chok, right? He should ask the other sector ministers what their corresponding investment should be to enable that road infrastructure to yield the right returns for the economy. If you are investing in electricity, it should tie into some agric production so that we know that at the farm gate or at the production level, there is some form of power to enable irrigation to work, to enable processing to work. And it's not just our regular thermal power from our thermal plants or our hydro plants. We can use wind energy in some of the areas. Along the coast, we can use simple wind energy solutions that don't cost more than 50,000 cedis to enable communities have access to power to do irrigation. In the mountainous areas too, there's opportunity to use wind energy. There is solar energy. And importantly, what I expect this government to do is also to invest in processing infrastructure. We've been talking about the cold chain. We've been talking about the agric logistics and all that. But we should also start thinking about the dry chain. We have sunshine almost all year round. A lot of our produce end up getting rotten because of post-harvest processing. And I always argue that we can use the sun, smart solar drying solutions, and mechanized solar drying solutions to be able to dry a lot of the produce, especially the veggies, from tomatoes to pepper to ginger to onions to a lot of our veggies. We can dry them and store them for use in the lean season. About 50% of our tomatoes go waste, and we import a lot of tomatoes. So if I were the agric minister, for example, in the key tomato enclaves, I'll spend $5,000 to buy 1 ton dehydrators, and so a 1 ton dehydrator will cost you about $5,000, right? So I'll buy a lot of these things, position them in the vegetable hubs so that when they are harvesting, they are drying some and they are selling some. In the lean season, when we don't have fresh tomatoes, for example, we can rehydrate tomatoes, and you just put them in the blender, add water, you blend and you get your tomato paste back with no additives. The same way we eat dried pepper, we can dry tomatoes, we can dry aubergines and garden eggs, we can dry a lot of things and store for future use. And the dry chain doesn't require a lot of energy. Once it's dried and it's stored in an airtight and watertight container, you don't need energy for refrigeration. So it reduces our general power needs as a country. If we invest more in the cold chain, what we need to do is also to invest more in power production. So let's use what we have. So we have water, we have land, we have the people, we have the sun, and we have wind. Let's combine these technologies to put in place the infrastructure we need for production, for processing, so that we create the right value in the economy.
Right. Now, Kojo, let me stay with you just so that we can, get through this before you leave us. You've talked a lot about irrigation, and you've made the important point of how we need to focus more time and resources on it. But there's a threat to it as well, and we've talked about it today. Galamsey, you need water, and if all our water bodies except perhaps the Volta is contaminated already by Galamsey, and we're told that for some of these water bodies it'll take some 30 odd years to get rid of all of the poisonous heavy metals that are filling them. Obviously that is a threat to irrigation, because you don't want to be watering your plants with contaminated water. What's the way around that?
Well, that's a big problem, Kojo, and I think that when it comes to Galamsey or illegal small-scale mining, we need to be strategic as a country. We cannot do without mining, because almost everything we do or use have components from mining, from your phones to your TV to your cars. So we need to mine the elements, we need to process them, and we need to use them to produce the things we need. So there is no two ways. So Ghana cannot stop mining. No country can really properly stop mining. If we stop mining with the inputs we need to grow. But we can organize mining. The same way we see hawkers in the city and we decide to build them markets to organize them. Can have the geological survey department, a lot of the technical departments have the data as to where the
Right, I think we're losing you there, Kojo. You might have to reposition yourself. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's better now. Yeah, thank you.
So the same way the large mining corporations are given concessions where there is quality ore for them to mine profitably, we also need to use the data available to us as a country to set mining enclaves. So, for example, if you go into the Birimian and basins, those are the main basins where we get a lot of our gold also. The Takwa, Birimian is eastern region areas, Queen is region related areas, the Tano basins and all those places. The government can say within this enclave there is 50,000 acres we are setting aside for small scale mining. Within Western there is 50,000 acres we are setting aside for small scale mining. Within this area there is 50,000 acres. Then we move all the people there. We license them and they start mining. We put the controls in place. So the same thing the large scale miners do, that when they mine they have tailing dams and all those things. We also mine in these small scale in these enclaves for small scale areas. As they destroy and move to new areas, we use bioremediation efforts to reclaim the land. Luckily, a lot of our local timber species can be used for bioremediation. We can use our regular odum, we can use our regular of we can use our regular onina, we can use mahogany, we can use teak, we can bring in paulownia, we can bring in eucalyptus. These trees absorb a lot of heavy metals, they absorb a lot of the polluted water, they grow very fast. So whilst people are mining and destroying the environment, we track back to do bioremediation to set up new forest, which in the next 10, 20, 30 years can give us timber. So it's all about organizing the species to be able to do things in a managed and controlled way. Mining and illegal mining employ about 1 million people. We have consistently looked at the data and said we should stop it. I say we shouldn't stop it. We should organize it very well. Let's create the enclaves for people to go inside and mine. If you don't want hawkers on your streets and you create markets like Malata markets, Adenta markets and all those things for them to go and you're able to organize and take tolls and taxes, you need to also create enclaves. We are saying we should create enclaves for farmers. Why not enclaves for miners? We are saying we should create free zones for processors, free zones areas of processors, and we even have a free zones board. Why not a mining zone with a board? Now we have the gold board coming, we have all sorts of things coming. And we use the science and the knowledge and the technology available to organize these people, help them with new technology, new machinery, and we make progress that way.
Yeah. One of the criticisms that have been leveled against this idea, which has come up a few times about sort of enclaving miners. One of the criticisms is that the thing about mining is that you're not producing the gold, you're finding it. So if you allocate places to people and say, go there and find it there, it kind of limits their ability, because they believe that they know the places where they will find the most gold, and if they are moved away from those places, then they feel like their options and prospects are being limited. That seems to be the biggest criticism against enclaving mining.
There is data. It's the same data we use to attract large-scale mining companies into the country. I do not want to risk mentioning any names of any companies, but we've seen a lot of the large-scale mining conglomerates moving from one mining site to other, having multiple mining sites and mining at scale. So let's use the data available to the government. Let's know the places with quality ore that we can also put our people to go and mine. Let's put in place strategies to tax them right and to get the right levies and the right royalties from these people. Let's put in place the strategies to ensure that they are mining sustainably. Let's use the lecturers and the professors at IESS, at Institute of Natural Resources, the Forestry Commission people, and all the work they've done on remediation, on land restoration. And whilst we tax them and collect the levies and the royalties, we put some money down to do remediation. Let's treat small-scale mining as an industrial ecology process where we promote efficiency, we promote consistency, and we promote a closed-loop system, such that in an area of 20,000 acres, if people are mining, they are taking out resources. We are using the money to invest in restoring the landscape. So you get the gold, you get the copper, you get whatever minerals you are looking for your industrial and for your economic growth and everything. And then you are also restoring the land. I strongly believe resources were given to us to manage sustainably. And once we put in place a strategy to extract and restore, we will be making progress. We can make the same argument for agriculture. In agric, you extract a lot of water, use a lot of minerals from the ground and everything. But once it's sustainable and able to do it well, to restore, to allow the land to follow sometimes, to not extract water too much and to not waste water, we carry on. So it's the same resource extraction. Agric is resource extraction, but in this case, it's more biological. You put in a seed, it grows, or some animals mate, they grow, but you are taking resources from the environment to feed them. Mining is also resource extraction. Extract the resource sustainably. Restoration. And we can actually get money from organizing mining rights to invest in the restoration. Because you have 1 million people engaged in this. Stop mining and then what?
Yeah.
So let's organize it. Let's sit down. And you see, the politicians, some of the chiefs, and some of our leaders who, because they are making so much money, are always frustrating the efforts. President Mahama has a great chance to leave a legacy with this. He has a wonderful chance to leave a legacy by organizing the space. So he should get to work, organize the space, let's create value, let mining support small-scale jobs, let's even do small-scale processing of some of our minerals in here, and let's also engage our professors. I'm reading the Legon, the University of Ghana annual research report of 2023-2024, and almost all the research Legon lecturers are doing are funded by external.
Could we miss that last point? You said it's all funded by who?
External parties. I can share the resource, the research reports with you. I'm not seeing any government of Ghana investments in the Legon research report. 2020. You can Google it. Just Google University of Ghana research reports 2023-2024, and you see the amount of work these professors are doing and where the funding is coming from, and you'll be shocked. Funding is coming from Google, Bill Melinda Gates, Imperial College of London, Science for Africa, all sorts of institutions, and I'm not seeing government of Ghana's money here. I'm not seeing the government of Ghana's money here. But if Galamsey is a big problem for you, putting $1 million on the side for Professor Chris Gordon and Professor Nick Pezai and Adelina Mensah and Ted Annan and co, and Professor Pianin and co, to give you a very good bioremediation, phytoremediation strategy, land reclamation strategy, it's nothing. It's $1 million. So we need to put our money where our mouth is. Is that the expression?
Yeah.
So if we want to get the work done, we need to invest. And we have the human resources locally to help us technically do a good job and leave a legacy for future generations when it comes to environmental conservation. So whilst we extract today, we need to rebuild so that we don't deny the future generation the goodies of the environment that we have enjoyed.
Kojo, thank you. I'm so glad you were able to make some time for us this morning. We appreciate your insights. The conversation continues with Anthony Morrison, CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness, and Edward Kariwe, former General Secretary of the Agricultural Workers Union. There's a lot for us to talk about. We have to ask questions about technology. Why are we still a country that does agriculture with hoes and cutlasses when our neighbors, and other countries around the world advancing AI and all kinds of technology into agriculture? Why are we lagging behind in this aspect? We'll explore it when we come back from these messages.
Do you want to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Building or renovating? Look no further. At Interface Limited, we have everything you need to create stunning spaces.
Transform your interiors with our top quality plasterboards, acoustic ceilings, and cement boards.
Step into style with our exquisite laminate and engineered floors. And for your data centers, durable raised access floors.
Elevate your outdoor spaces with our WPC decking and fencing.
Protect your home with our beautiful and reliable roof shingles, insulation, canopies, and PVC fascia boards.
Add a touch of elegance with our beautiful POP cornices and roses.
Quality, affordability, and style all in one place. Building a better Ghana, one space at a time. Visit www.interfacelimited.net or call 0274 999 999. Welcome to Spintex Plaza, where living and working blend seamlessly.
Spintex Plaza, the place to be. Furnished apartments feel so free.
Imagine coming home to a luxurious furnished apartment with everything you need.
Rooftop pool, swim under the sky. Rooftop bar where the good times fly. Rooftop gym, get fit and strong. Spintex Plaza, you can't go wrong.
Spintex Plaza, your home, your work, your lifestyle. Come see us today or call us on 0241 327 363. www.spintexplaza.net.
Electroland Ramadan promotion is here. Get unbeatable deals on top brands Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. Get NASCO 166-liter top mount freezer at 3,999 Ghana cedis plus a free flask. NASCO tabletop freezer starting from 1,999 Ghana cedis plus a free flask. NASCO chest freezer at 3,899 Ghana cedis plus free NASCO deep fryer. Get our Media 198-liter chest freezer at a whooping discount from 5,249 Ghana cedis to 3,999 Ghana cedis. For 4,499 Ghana cedis, you can get a TCL bottom mount fridge plus free NASCO meat grinder. Get our Samsung top load washing machine at 6,499 Ghana cedis plus free NASCO deep fryer. Rush to our showrooms and authorized dealers across Ghana. Call 0503 159 739 for inquiries. Electroland, home of affordable luxury appliances and electronics.
Babe, today we are going on the road trip. Full tank, good vibes, no worries.
Road trip? But you always check fuel prices before moving.
Oh, that was before Holland Motor Insurance. Now, free fuel vouchers got me covered.
Hey, free fuel? And if we break down?
Oh, look, Holland's 247 roadside assistance, day for week.
Sir, then this road trip, dear, means slacking. Let's go.
Buy Holland Motor Insurance and enjoy free fuel vouchers and 24/7 roadside assistance, as well as exclusive benefits when you renew your policy. Get it nationwide through brokers, Holland to you offices, Shell, Melcom, or on WhatsApp with Araba Holland at 0242 426 412. You can also dial the toll-free hotline on 0800 444 999 for more. Miss Lucky Cra, grab Holland Motor Insurance now for exclusive benefits.
Okay, Mr. Big Spender. Next up, ice cream.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy, and we're so glad you stayed with us. Got lots to get through. We're talking about agriculture, following the vetting of John Dumelo for the position of Deputy Food and Agriculture Minister. Yesterday was interesting. Lots were explored and discussed, and today we're taking the conversation further with Edward Kariwa, former General Secretary of the Agricultural Workers Union, and Anthony Morrison, CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness. Just before we get back to them, let me remind you, the next time you fly from Accra, why don't you fly better with Emirates? In Emirates Economy, you can get a taste of your destination on board with complimentary, regionally inspired meals. And as you, savor each course of delicious gourmet dishes at 40,000 feet. You can toast to new adventures with complimentary beverages. It's the perfect way to start your holiday. And of course, you can expect world-class service along every step of your journey. You get so much more in Emirates economy. Enjoy more convenience and flexibility of over 140 destinations within the Emirates global network. Find out more at emirates.com.
So to all the female entrepreneurs, agri-business owners and young entrepreneurs out there, we see you. We understand the challenges you face. Your story matters, and we're here to support you every step of the way. In partnership with the MasterCard Foundation, APSA is offering SME loans at an unbelievable 10% interest rate per annum. Imagine having access to up to 1 million Ghana cedis completely collateral-free. This isn't just talk. We've already disbursed over 600 million, supporting over 1,600 businesses within the past year, and we're especially proud that 67.3% of our beneficiaries are women-owned enterprises. Your success is our success. If you're ready to write the next chapter of your success story, visit our SME project office, nearest APSA branch, or our website at apsa.com.gh. Your story matters, APSA.
All right, here's a special good morning from our friends at Robert and Sons Optical Services. They have a new branch at Roman Ridge, just inside the new Allied filling station, opposite the Ebony Washing Bay. And they would like to invite all of you to visit and enjoy amazing discounts at this new Roman Ridge branch. You can visit them for comprehensive eye care at unbeatable prices with amazing products and services for children and adults. They're open from 8 a.m. until 5 p.m. Monday until Friday, and 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. on Saturdays. You can call them on 0507 656876 or 0501 519111. You can get more information from them that way. Terms and conditions apply. Robert and Sons Optical Services, now open at Roman Ridge. Seeing is believing.
So tired of power outages or high electricity bills? Switch to Moved Solar Energy for reliable, affordable, and sustainable solar solutions. We specialize in the sale, installation, and maintenance of premium solar panels, durable moved inverters, and long-lasting batteries, all backed by a 2-year warranty. With Moved Solar Energy, you enjoy uninterrupted power supply, reduced energy cost, and contribute to a greener environment. Contact us today on 0543-06-2503 or 0538-108109 or visit us at Tantra Hill around St. John Methodist Church for a free consultation. Do not wait. Make the switch to solar energy today. Moved Solar Energy, powering your future with the sun.
Okay, then it's 9:23. Let's get back into our conversation with Edward Carraway and Anthony Morrison. Actually, if you don't mind, I'll come to you, Anthony. We keep hearing about the need to mechanize agriculture. We've been hearing about this since the 50s. I mean, I was in school in the 80s and they taught us about the need to mechanize agriculture. Why are we still calling for that in 2025?
Right. Thank you, Kuyu. I think that let me put it in this context. As a country, we have one of the highest illiteracy population in the agriculture sector. I think the 2018 agriculture census points clearly to having about over 70 to 80% uneducated people and unskilled people in the agriculture sector. And above this, the worst of it is that more than larger population of the farmer population are above the age of 70, which makes it even a bigger challenge. So we have little over 21% of our youth involved in agriculture, and they also have a percentage that are not well skilled. Recently, there was a report by the World Bank. Myself, I'm into skills, and myself and Edward, we worked on all of Ghana's agriculture sector skills training curriculums from the National Proficiency 1 and 2, National Certificate 1 and 2, and also on the West Africa harmonized skills. We've done this with ECOWAS as well. Now, if you look at it, it's such that as a country, the number of people that are involved in the agriculture sector, it's difficult to take them out because of the peculiarity of our challenge. What has been a strategy working with ILO, World Bank, and TVET Service, TVET Commission, Ministry of Education, GIZ, is to introduce an economic skills diversification program to some of these people who are involved in the agriculture sector, but they are not economically, let me use that word adversedly, economically productive, because most of their production are more of subsistence, but though they provide some rural economy to their engagement, it doesn't have an overflow on the national cake. So that has been the strategy. Now, with the kind of curriculums that we have also developed, and let me be quick to add that mechanization is different from tractorization and irrigation. Let's get it right. Okay? Because deploying tractors on the farm does not also imply that you are mechanizing the farm. Yes. And mechanization entails a lot of others, like, for instance, deploying the kind of irrigation, deploying the, let's say you are using the boom sprayers for the irrigation, you are using planters, you are using combine harvesters, but just the tractor on the farm is not a mechanized activity. Then also, of course, you need to have the warehouses as part of your post-harvest strategy to reduce food losses and all that. But what we haven't been able to do as a country, the deliberate attempt, and I'll give you a sad picture. When you go to Akuse, we have Ghana's only irrigation school. That school was supported, the infrastructure facilities were supported by GIZ, but over the past 10 years, it hasn't been used. It's still lying in the bush. Meanwhile, we're talking about increasing skills in agriculture sector, increase mechanization activities, and do all that. This report I'm talking about by World Bank and Haifa International, Ghana was compared to Kenya, Tanzania, and the rest of Africa, I think 15. We came about 15 or 13 in that ranking in terms of technology adoption and skills in our agri-tech businesses. Then the World Bank report on its own rated us so badly that we are a country where our skills level is not impacting directly on our productivity. So government decided that, the World Bank decided, okay, we're going to have Ghana to spending its institutional skills capacities. So you realize that under there was a project called the Global Affairs Canada, and it focused on supporting the institutions, especially within the TVET sector. Now, this brings me to the ongoing discussion on the education reforms, okay, transformation forum or something like that. Let's, as a country, separate education from skills. And that has been the major headache of our industrialization. We have put over the past 60, 70 years of our life after independence on education. But no country has developed with education. Countries transform with skills. When Germany went to the war, they developed the cottage industries that were producing ammunition, that were producing things for the war. They did so with skills and not with education. Education brings about the leadership, the vision, but the drivers of that vision are the people with the competing skills that are able to compete favorably. I'll give you an example. When Apple went to China, okay, they could have 20 field sports stadiums with top skilled people. And somebody said, why are they not in Africa? If they dare come to Africa, they can have top, but they are only few. All right? So you need the skill that match with the production unit. So if, for instance, cashew, let's say cashew, Ghana processes about almost 600,000 tons of cashew annually. Now, what we are not doing is that we do not have the value chain system within the cashew sector. So, for instance, we are processing the cashew. In Ghana, you will need about 60 people to man the role of just one person in India. So, when you come out with your cashew, the price on the market is higher than is being sold in India because the payment or the use of skill along the value chain is much lower in India than it is in Ghana. So we have to do a lot of work. For instance, if you look at the construction sector, we import a whole lot of skills from our neighboring countries, Togo, Ivory Coast, okay, Benin. They do the plumbing, they do the electricals, they do the POP and all that. It tells you that as a country, we have not been deliberate in developing our skills sector. And let me add that education and skills are parallel. The only time they ever meet is where projects are implemented. And in the co-creation of leadership in education, the co-creation of TVET in implementation, they meet. But in their development, look, somebody cannot read and write, but his skill level is so high, he's able to deliver to the highest notch.
Right.
Those are the areas we need to look at. Our skill level in the agriculture sector hasn't been the best. We are working towards it aggressively. You realize that there has been a new act which is focusing on the TVET act and the new airline coming in place. So we have the TVET Commission and we also have the TVET service. Now, what we need to do as a country is go the Angolan way. Okay, how do we import skills into the country? Let me give you one sad thing. If you look at most of the big organizations and companies in the agriculture sector, 40% of their high earners are all skills that are imported. So GRPC goes on investment promotion, investment comes into the country, they import 40% of their skilled people and they take out the 40% of the 100% that they brought into the country. How much has been retained? Only 60%. So we are not doing well on that level. We need to make sure that, and that is also affecting our agro-industrialization drive. And that is why I buy so much into this 24-hour economics in, and we need to see how we can increase the skills level of Ghanaians that are participating actively in the agriculture sector.
Okay, thank you.
Mechanization alone is not the end. After mechanization on the field, what next? So there are various other activities that ought to be done.
Thank you.
And I remembered in about 5 years ago, we did a work with GIZ where we toured the whole of the northern region. At the time, it hasn't been split into 5. And we counted about 192 tractors. Now, out of the 192, 80% were between the ages of 1 to 3. I mean, these are new tractors that are on stones. Now, when we sought to investigate why these new tractors are lying idle, can you imagine that they brought mining engineers from Kumasi, Obuasi to come and repair them? And when they go there, because there are no engineers, agriculture engineers around in the northern region, effectively to provide maintenance and repairs, they send them money in Kumasi, travel all the way to Tamale, beyond Wa, Boga, and all those places. When they go, they are paid a lot of money. Then the parts that are not spoiled, these people will tell the owners, oh, these are the parts that are spoiled. And they'll take them and go away, take their money, that they are going to buy these parts and come back, and they never return. So you have a double jeopardy, and you realize that the machine or the tractor will not be of use any longer, and you have to resort to hiring leasing of agriculture machinery. Now, the story is the same everywhere you go.
Okay, Anthony, I'm going to bring in Edward Caraway at this point. Now, we started off talking about technology and mechanization. Sometimes I wonder, in other parts of the world, in Dubai, which is a desert, they are able to produce food. They have the biggest hydroponics farm in the world. 31,000 square meters, not very huge, but it produces over 3 million kilograms of food. Just using hydroponics technology, so very little water, very little soil, but it produces massive food and fruits and vegetables. These things have already been figured out by others. Why are we unable to just carry out some of these simple things? Greenhousing, for example, in Ghana. What is our excuse?
Yeah, Kojo, so much has been said about my colleagues. And when I started, I said that we should not expect so much immediately from the government, because everything must be looked at in context. You have raised the question about Dubai and the rest and so on. The type of leadership they have, we don't have that type of leadership. And leadership is critical. We have a cycle of 4 years then to go back, and people are not sure whether they will come back. And when a new government comes, it takes a different turn. Most of the things we have talked about, that is why Morrison indicated at the beginning that all that we are doing should be situated in the National Development Plan, but not in a manifesto. A manifesto, though, is also an economic plan. Its economic plan is aimed at, gaining power. What type of economic plan are you going to do so that you gain power? So, a manifesto is having a double, purpose: to gain power and then to develop the country. So, all the things that we have said, from irrigation to the farmers, we need to be modest as a country. It's just like the cars that we drive. There are these small cars that cannot travel to Takrady. Yes, they can. You can force them to go. I am in Takrady now. That's why I'm talking about that in the Western region, looking at something. You can take them there, but they will not be long. They will break down because they are not designed for that. What is the state of our economy? We need to pick it from that point and grow up slowly. And then we should be modest. This irrigation thing we are talking about, you made a very important intervention concern when you raise about the southern side and then the Galamsey areas. We should forget about irrigation in those areas for now, because we cannot harvest the water. When you harvest the water, you harvest Galamsey water. But it's not just that we don't even have the resources to irrigate the country at the same time. We should concentrate on the areas that we don't have problems in terms of irrigation and do that. So we have to go and look for the low-hanging fruits before we go in for the more difficult faraway fruits. Also, again, when you have all these Lazarus plans, it must be anchored on availability of resources. Today, our country is in a tatters. We just don't have the money. We are waiting for the State of the Nation address, which will come and tell us things that I hope we don't believe that is it. But we just know that this State of the Nation address is coming to sadden us the more that our country is not in good, and that is a fact too. Yeah. So again, why is it that smaller countries like Burkina Faso are doing well in agriculture and Ghana is not doing well? We don't need to go far. I spent my whole time ending of December to January in the northern part and Burkina Faso to see what things are happening there. And I will tell you that if you look at, you need to break the profile of our farmers today. It's about small-scale farmers and then the large-scale farmers. How are you going to address the small-scale farmers who are already in existence and they need to survive? So when we talk about irrigation, it must target them. And what I've seen, every house around the northern part, they just dug boreholes. That using their own resources. So these are people who are already in agriculture. What government can do is to support those who are already in agriculture. For instance, they now, after digging the borehole, which they power it, they need inputs. What type of inputs? If you give them the inputs, can you ensure that they apply the inputs on their farms and everything as prescribed? This we need to make sure that it is done. Now, after they have harvested or produced, is there a ready market for them? These things we need to immediately look at, so that those who are not in agriculture and they are particularly in a small scale and they want to come in, they can also then come in. But if we come with a plan and people hear that, we are encouraging people to go into agriculture, there is support for them to go into agriculture. Some people will also go into agriculture. Meanwhile, they are not committed. They take the resources, they take the inputs, and then they flop because that is not where they want to be. So you start from where you are. Again, we have got agricultural institutions which are training out these young men. Look, they are sitting at home. You talk about Kwadaso Great College, you talk about, there are about 5 or so within the country. You train them out, and they don't have place to go. These are young men and women who you can use to push your technology, and then they can reach the smallholder farmers and support them. We have left them. You know, they're complete, they don't have job, they have the skills which you can improve upon, and then they are wasting away. These are things that we have to look at. So, in all this discussion, we need to know that there are some things, they are good, but they cannot be done now. Look, they need to take about 10 years, 20 years to do them. If you look at the Egypt story, which is a good one, spending so much, having thousands of acres and so on. What is their government structure? Who pushes that? And it is a stable government. It is a government that is benevolent, but we also have stable government, but we don't have benevolent government. Our government, when they come, they do their own thing. That also, we need to look at these things in context. When people talk and say, we have got enough land, you know, as a country, we have enough land, we have everything. Look, that is not exactly the case. You see the land lying there, government has no control over it. You know, you need to look at your own situation. And in our situation, those lands are not easily available. We don't even have the resources to build the massive. Look, we started very well with the Polgo Dam. What has happened? we are not where we were before the Polgo Dam. But we have wasted every time. We have wasted resources, and we now have to start afresh. So, this is a government that has come, and it must deliver results. So when we are talking, and again, Minister of Agriculture, it's only limited. Some of the things we raise here, they go beyond the ministry. So if we put a minister and his deputy there, and at the end of the day, all the things we said we want them to achieve, they cannot achieve it because it goes beyond their jurisdiction. If you look at the previous situation that we had, One Village, One Dam, when you hear that name, you think that it is necessarily under the Ministry of Agriculture. But unfortunately, that particular project was not under Ministry of Agriculture. So we think that, the Minister for Agriculture has failed. Meanwhile, it is not under his control. You look at the Polgo multipurpose dam, only $993 million that we needed. We could not even get it. We could not even get half of it for the project to start and continue until we get the rest. We never had it.
Yeah.
And that project was not directly on the Ministry of Agriculture. That project was on the VRA because of the hydro and then the solar project that was there. So that is how confused we are.
Yeah.
And I want us as Ghanaians and the government to be moderate, to be modest. When they are talking about they are going to irrigate about 100,000 acres of land or hectares of land and so on, what is the period? Is it going to be done within 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years? You know, so how is it going to be broken down? each year, how many are you going to add?
Right.
So that by the close of the period, you have the 100,000, or is it going to be the first year?
Yeah.
So these things are not very clear, and that's what I'm saying, that if you take ministers and you take ministries, and the way our governance system is designed, the ministries, they are not really connected the way we think they are. They are not. The linkages between the ministries is poor.
Right.
The bureaucracy that we have in our system is poor. So when we are talking and we look at things in a manner that, it is a matter, you want to do this, you get up and do it. You can only have that under authoritarian governments.
Right.
But our authoritarian governments are wicked governments. But we have authoritarian governments that are benevolous. You see, they are benevolous. They do the things that will help the people and push them to do it.
Right.
And they go ahead and do the good things. People will complain, but at the end of the day, they have done the good thing for the country. But we have autocratic governments under democracy which dissipate our resources, and you can't do anything to them.
Right.
So
Mr. Karawa,
I want us to situate and be modest in the discussion and what we expect, because at the close of the day, all of us need food to eat. We need employment for our people.
Right.
And if we don't take care, we will have fanciful, discussions and policies, what it should be, but at the close of the day, we will not achieve it.
That's something to think about. I appreciate that. We need to be modest and manage expectations. That's Edward Karawa, former General Secretary of the Agricultural Workers Union. You've also been hearing from Anthony Morrison, CEO of the Chamber of Agribusiness, and before that, Kujako Tubuating, a farmer and engineer, was also on the show. We appreciate you all very, very much. Some messages.
When grateful hearts unite in an atmosphere saturated with His glory, there can be only one outcome: God's power unleashed. It's Celestial Praise 11, the ultimate worship experience. Theme: I do a new thing. Ministering live from South Africa, Zaza. From Nigeria, GUC.
I'll put you in front.
From Ghana, Pastor Edwin Datson, Kwekute. Host, yours truly, Celestine Donko. It's C Praise 11. Date, Sunday the 9th of March 2025. Time, 3:55 p.m. Venue, Dominion Sanctuary, Victory Bible Church, Awush. Tickets, single, 60 cedis. Double, 110 cedis. VIP, 150 cedis. Family of 5, 200 cedis. Dial star 447, star 1762 hash to grab your tickets instantly. Sponsors, V Spring, Go Music, Tang Palace Hotel. It's C Praise 11. God is doing a new thing.
As a busy professional, I struggled with back and neck strain from long hours at my desk. To improve my focus, productivity, and well-being, I sought expert advice from the CEO of Expert Office Furnish.
After being in the furniture business for 25 years, I can tell you two things that causes back pain in the workspace: bad sitting posture and not sitting on a good chair. I recommend to you the Genevia Beeper chair, the chair that helps you to sit right. When you don't sit right, it beeps for you to be able to sit right. The next will be the Enjoy chair. It takes every body shape and size. Buy a chair that will support your back and give you that comfort to be able to deliver on your job.
Expert Office Furnish offers molding furniture for comfort, productivity, and style. From seating to customized solutions, plus interior decoration services, they've got it all. Find them off the Atomic Hills Estate Road in Ashonman or call 0571 386602 on Facebook and Instagram at Expert Office Furnish.
Wear a condom for sex and protect yourself from HIV. HIV has no cure. No condom, no sex. This message is brought to you by the Ghana AIDS Commission.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
You Welcome back. 9:49 is the time on the Super Morning Show. Now, what gift communicates eternal love better than time? Caveman Watches, the globally renowned Ghanaian luxury brand, is offering some amazing customizable luxury watches within your budget this season of love. Select a watch and have a name, a date, or any personal symbol or message written on the dial or the back of the watch for that person who means the world to you, and get it personally, specially gift wrapped. Now, this is a gift etched in time. You can call 055-751-6744 or just go to their social media handles at Caveman Watches. You can also visit their new website, which is cavemanwatches.com. Caveman Watches, hashtag be remembered.
And attention, Kumasi, the Bank Hospital is bringing world-class heart care straight to your doorstep from Wednesday 26th to Friday 28th February. Join us at the cardiac camp at Precise Specialist Clinic in Santase for expert heart consultations and advanced cardiac evaluation. You know the risk factors. If you're above 30 years, hypertension, you have diabetes, smoking, high cholesterol, experiencing chest pain, difficulty breathing, or palpitations, this is your chance to take charge of your heart health. Our highly skilled interventional cardiologists are ready to assess and treat coronary angiography and angioplasty, pacemaker implantation, pericardiocentesis, vena cava filter placement. No booking required, just walk in. Location, Precise Specialist Clinic, Santase, Kumasi. Is from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Consultation plus test at just 550 cedis for paying patients. Call 0257-995409 or 0242-313-353 for more details.
Now, if you're a graduate and you've always wanted to study in Australia, Canada, UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, any of these countries that have a great reputation for teaching and research, where you could work part-time and, support your studies, or even get up to 4 years post-study work visa when you complete successfully. And in fact, you don't have to be a graduate. You could be from the Polytechnic or the College of Education, or you might have just completed SHS. You can still do all of these amazing things just by contacting Astolinks. They'll give you information about admissions, scholarships, and how to secure your study visa. Astolinks is at number 4A Popo Street in East Legon. You can call them on 0265-341-070 or just go to astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
And upgrading your office space, call the experts. You want a healthy chair that takes care of your spine? Call Expert Office Furnish Company Limited for your ergonomic swivel chairs today. Our ergonomic swivel chairs have intelligent seat cushion with dynamic bionic spine pressure relief design. The dynamic smart motion back support technology is equipped with double wing support chips. These ergonomic swivel chairs have great benefits for your health and spine. At Expert Office Furnish, we also have executive desk cabinets, conference, and all office furniture that suits your budget. Locate us off the Atomic Hills Road on the Asori Junction near ASI Plaza, Ashoman Estates. Call us on 0571-386600 or 0244-280532. Find us on Facebook, Expert Office Furnish GH, Instagram, Expert Office Furnish, on X, Expert Furnish. Visit our website, expertofficefurnish.com. Expert Office Furnish, your health, your wealth.
Now, what a way to kick off 2025. Holiday Inn Airport City is now Palms by Eagles, and they're offering a fresh, delightful experience. The newly improved hotel is ready to welcome you with unmatched hospitality in the heart of Ghana. They have cozy rooms, a lounge for relaxation, and the right facilities for your meetings, events, and conferences. Come and experience elevated hospitality like never before at Palms by Eagles.
Coming up in March, Doulos, a global pastors and church leaders conference designed to inspire and equip leaders to serve Christ and His church. Learn from our seasoned speakers. Sam Chand, the church leadership consultant and change strategist. Andre Olivier, who's senior pastor, Rivers Church, South Africa. Sam Adeyemi, leadership expert and senior pastor, Daystar Christian Center, Nigeria. Ransford Obeng, general overseer, Calvary Charismatic Center, Kumasi. And your host, Pastor Mensa Otabil, general overseer of International Central Gospel Church, ICGC. From pastors to church leaders, workers, and volunteers, this is a space for everyone passionate about advancing God's kingdom. Date from the 4th to the 6th of March, morning sessions 8 a.m., evening sessions 6 p.m. This conference is more than a gathering, it's a movement to raise up servant-hearted leaders for Christ. Register today at centralgospel.com/doulos and secure your place in this unforgettable experience. Doulos Conference 2025, serving Christ and His church.
All right then. So kingdomstoreonline.com is what is the portal I want you to visit at least once today. Go and check out the best quality office essentials, equipment, furniture, and stationery from Kingdom Books. Great prices that you can pay via Momo across all networks. Now, if you live in Accra or Tema, they will deliver to your home or office in very good time, and it'll be free of charge as well. Terms and conditions do apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
When grateful hearts unite in spirit-filled worship in an atmosphere saturated with His glory, there can only be one outcome: God's power unleashed. It's Celestial Praise 11, the ultimate worship experience. Theme: I do a new thing, ministering live from South Africa, the anointed Zaza. From Nigeria, the vibrant GUC. From Ghana, Pastor Edwin Datson, Kwekute, and host Celestine Donko. It's on Sunday, 9th March 2025. Time 3:55 p.m. Venue: Dominion Sanctuary Victory Bible Church. Awoshi. Tickets: single 60, double 110, VIP 150, family of 5 200. Dial star 447 star 172 star 447 star 1762 hash to grab your tickets instantly. See Praise 11. Get ready for a supernatural shift. God is doing a new thing.
Okay, well, listen, lots of you calling for more raga from DJ Ubete, so we will kindly oblige you for the next few minutes, but thank you so much for tuning in. We're back tomorrow with more on the Super Morning Show, but keep it on Joy till then. My name is Kojo Youngson. I'm the morning man.